Fuck them designer fits. I want me like 100K. It's not even Pepsi. It's juice. And that's not our car either, so shh. Go dumb, but I ain't no fool. I be peeping niggas, watch how I move. I got the drip like juice. I'ma make the pretty hoes choose. Ay, bitch, I'm in my vibe, I'm in my groove. Ay, take notes, I'll show you how to groove. Ay, I'ma mix this Henny with the boot. I'ma tell your bitch to let it loose. Way before we start wearing these masks, y'all was too close. Pac-Man strap, keep that fire like Zuko. And I inked in my face, cause I like my space. So if it ain't about no money, get the fuck up out the way. I got some shit to do, my nigga got no time to play. Fuck them designer fits, I need me like 100K. I want my weed loud nigga off that, what he say? Bought a ticket just to fuck her on the holiday. Want me down bad, but that pussy good, so namaste. I need chips like I'm running out of Frito-Lays. I got the juice from the pack, throw it back, tang. All gas, no brakes in her shit, hot octane. Ooh, shawty tryna show me where to put it at. Ooh, I'm tryna make a movie, what the fuck we gon' do? She telling me that we could be some business tycoons, so I'ma keep the pussy dripping just like juice. Go dumb, but I ain't no fool. I be peeping niggas, watch how I move. I got the drip like juice. I'ma make the pretty hoes choose. Ay, bitch, I'm in my vibe, I'm in my groove. Ay, take notes, I'll show you how to groove. Ay, I'ma mix this Henny with the boot. Ay, I'ma tell your bitch to let it loose. I got the drip like juice. I got the drip like juice. Watch how I move.
Yo, what's good? What's good? It's the E.B.H. Black Show with Powerball Rich, the co-host, with special guest host Freeze, with the most specialist guest host, our girl Copa. What's good with y'all?
What's up with gang?
Gentlemen.
What's good? We got Freeze in the building. We got that boy Powerball Rich. We got Copa, Miss Korean, and your boy Everybody Hate Black. So you know what it is. Go and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get this thing underway, because today we got 3 topics. You seen the thumbnail. We talking about why Tyrese keep ending up in the situations he in and why he crying, and is it okay for men to cry? And then we're going to talk about the Democratic National Convention too, and people watch that. Is Kamala doing enough to get the black male vote? We can talk about the black vote in general, but I do want to talk specifically about the black male vote. And then we're going to talk about Karens. What we call them, PB? Karens? They caring too much. So we was talking about that. So let's start off with some icebreakers. I saw a couple things on the internet this past couple of days, and I just want to get you guys' thoughts about them. Let's see, what's this one? This one right here. 2 of Bernie Mac show's actresses are now making money on OnlyFans. Now, I didn't verify it was the second one, but let's just assume that it's accurate. Let's allegedly say this is true. Now, Bernie Mac rolling over in his grave right now that these 2 women have come to the point where they have to do OnlyFans. And we have a woman on the panel, I'm glad, today. So what do you think about that first, Corinne, and then what the guys think about it?
As always, I only can speak from my point of view. I mean, if that's what you want to do and create an OnlyFans, obviously the show is no longer, it's been a while. They were kids when the show was in. Maybe that's the best thing they know how to do. Everybody gets their money the best way they know how. And maybe that was the best, situation for them.
What you gotta say, Heartbreak Avenger?
Today I'm Apex / Aquaman. The Heartbreak Avenger is not in attendance today. We ain't got no love for these hoes today. Ain't no love for no hoes today. Apex Aquaman. You heard me?
Apex Aquaman. So what you think about, they got to the point now where they have to do OnlyFans. I mean, like, they do have a skill set. They're actresses. Why aren't they getting more work? And why have they come to the point where they have to get OnlyFans? Or is it more money in OnlyFans?
Who doing OnlyFans?
What is boy being? Two of the Bernie Mac show's actresses.
Okay. Hey, listen, man. OnlyFans has something to do with cameras, right? Lights, cameras, action, right. Man. Let's not play.
Right.
People want to play and be like, oh, they downgraded to OnlyFans. I bet you that OnlyFans is busting though.
Probably
I bet you it's busting. Listen, I bet you that OnlyFans is doing better than the broad that you Facebook friends with. I bet you that. Because you know why? Because like you said.
Why? Because sex sells?
Well, yeah, that's gonna be for every broad. But what I'm saying is that you said they from the Bernie Mac show. Now, if I was a stone cold pervert, I'm on that. I'm on it. And then I'm gonna go watch the old shows and shit. And then I'm finna after I watch the old episodes, I'm gonna tap back in and be like, hey, I got such and such on. I want to see the yacht. I want to see you put something in there. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What you mean? That's what it's for. I'm a fan. I might not be the only one, but guess what? I'm a fan. But see, that's if I was a stone cold pervert. Now, on the flip side, I'm gonna play my E.B.H. black card. On the flip side, it's sad. It's real sad, gang, because they do deserve better, man. Like, where's the loyalty in the industry? You know what I'm saying? People just use people for a certain amount of time in a certain era, and then once it's ran up or they're no longer an asset, they move on. You know what I'm saying? We should create opportunities to where people don't have to move on. Like, hey, man, this person been doing this show for 10 years. Let's make up something else. You feel me? Creativity is all in the mind, bro. Like, people, you just stop getting creative, and so now she got to go to OnlyFans. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I have a problem with the fact that she's now they're sex workers.
It's exactly what I'm saying. Like, where's the loyalty in the industry? These people have made y'all millions of dollars. You feel me? And you gave them 3 pennies worth of it. You know what I'm saying? And then you just don't excommunicate them or set them to the side like they just some old spoiled bread or something. You feel me? Some moldy bread.
I disagree with you, PBR.
You said what?
I disagree with you.
I don't care what you disagree with or not agree with or agree with, but this is my opinion.
Why you disagree, Corinne?
Because, like, it's entertainment. I'm in the entertainment industry, with the music and everything is entertainment. You grow older. It's part of the natural cycle of life. And no matter what industry you are, they were child actors who had a specific role as children. And when they got older, you're supposed to be able to use people for what they're good at and whatever their talent is. And they were child actors. And so that was their niche. So when they got older, they weren't able to be used as child actors anymore. So, you get older, now you're an adult, you know what I mean? Like,
so now I'm going to rudely interrupt you, beautiful Queen Peace, and tell you that if I was the producer and the creator of whatever show they was on, I would have used my creativity once again and spent off whatever show they was on and made their own show. Like, say whatever show they was on, because I don't even know what they was on. But say whatever show they was on, if they was on the
Bernie Mac
right?
show.
Okay, the Bernie Mac show. Some of his kids, I remember he had them kids and he was crazy. Rest in peace, Bernie Mac. You know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace.
Long live Bernie Mac. But check this out. I would have took her character and made a different show, not maybe make it shorter. You know what I'm saying? 30 minutes or whatever. If it was an hour, make her short 30 minutes or whatever. But I would have tried to take her and make her own show like a spinoff, like she grew up and went and did her own thing. You feel me? And still have Bernie Mac, you know what I'm saying? Like on some NWA shit. Like if Ice Cube would have never left NWA, he would have just dropped his album. Guess what? Eazy-E would have been on that album. Dr. Dre would have been on that album. And then boom, everybody else could have did the same thing. They do it in music, you can do it in TV. That's all I'm saying. So Corinne, you disagree with me if you want to. So.
Yeah, and I have a perfect example of that. So since we're all in the music industry, entertainment industry to some capacity, again, I only speak from my personal opinion, and it's the reason why we never put Deja's music out when she was younger, even though she was making music since she was 12, because we didn't want her to transition from a kid artist to an adult artist. So we waited until she was of age to put her music out. So a good example of that is like Hannah Montana. Everybody knew her as a kid artist and whatever. And, natural cycle of life, you get older. And then so when she got older and started, being revealing and making grown-up music, because she was a grown-up now, her career wasn't as big as when she was younger because she had to make that transition, and people, were used to being a kid and stuff like that. So, I get it, but people evolve and you can't go against the natural cycle of life. We get older, so that's my take on it all.
So yeah, once you get typecast, it makes it kind of difficult because let's say, for example, like your boy Carlton, I saw him the other day talking about how hard it is for him to get roles when people only see him as Carlton. No different than Jaleel White. They see him as Urkel. So it's kind of hard to get you to look into another role, because sometimes you get tired of being typecast because people only see you as that person. But I don't know. I guess you got to do what you got to do in this age of information, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that I would morally want my daughter to do an OnlyFans. And if you've already been successful in the business, try to recreate yourself in a way where you don't have to have sex to sell.
See, this is why I'm not the Heartbreak Avenger today, and I'm the Apex Predator. You feel me? Because, bro, them two dudes you named, if I was a big movie producer, I would have gave them brothers some jobs, and I would have made Carlton one of the most cutthroatest Cuban killer gangsters, because he looked like a little Cuban. I would have turned him into one of the cutthroatest Cuban gangsters, and I would have took Urkel as his little worker, like on Belly, like DMX was with Ox. I would have made me another little Belly, but I would have used that nigga Carlton to be the little Cuban baller, and that nigga Urkel would have been a cutthroat drug dealer. You feel me? Bro, people, hey, I don't care if I seen that dude as Urkel all my life. Once I see him in a gangster movie, and he doing some turn up, and he teed up, and he getting the bag, man, all that Urkel shit is out the window. I'll be like, man, Urkel didn't turn gangster. You feel me? People just are stuck in this fishbowl, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm tired of it. And it makes me angry, and I want to lash out and call motherfuckers goofy and bozos and all type of buffoonery. You feel me? Bro, get out that fishbowl, bro. That dude could have played any role. Them girls, they could have had spinoffs. And for you, Corinne, I'm about to get on your head like a football helmet once again, because you got a pretty hair anyway. You feel me? So, look, I was a child. Freeze. Me and Freeze. We was child celebrities, okay? Child celebrities. Me and Freeze got people out there that grew up off us, man. Like I ran into some dude at the store the other day, man. Or not the other day, but a couple weeks ago. And he told me that he grew up off my music. And I was like, how old is you? He's like, I'm 34. I was like, so who turned you on? Like you was bumping my... No, his dad. His dad was slapping my shit. His pops had passed. Rest in peace to his pops. Pops had passed. He's slapping my shit, and then he had a 10-year-old song, bro, that was singing my new shit, Black, to the album the cover you just made, I'm Not Regular. He's singing, I forgot what he was singing, but he was spitting a little part, and I was like, ugh. You feel me? He said, yeah, we slapping that right now. So, bro, I'm tweaking. I'm all the way tweaking. I'm like, damn. So, if you was a child star, actor, singer, Michael Jackson did it. You know what I'm saying? So let's not play games, bro. You feel me? Everything you think of, anything you set your mind on can be done. You feel me? Only thing you can't do is die and come back again. But everything else under the sun can be done. And I'm just going to leave it at that because I'm on some Apex shit, nigga. How about that?
All right. Okay. So put in the comments if you guys think that you could find new roles for these actors and actresses
Can I
give
my take?
having
Can I
to
give my
Go
take
ahead,
on that
King.
situation?
Go ahead, King.
Can I give my take on that situation? My bad. I think everybody who just said what they said is right. You know what I'm saying? I think PBR is right. They should do spinoffs and other things to help them, but we don't know if they did or they didn't try. And
Correct.
one thing that I just saw today, I was watching an interview, and they was talking about boxers and putting on shows for boxing events. And so the dude Eddie Hearn was talking, and he was talking to Andre Ward, and he was saying he'd rather do the partnership deals like he do now, where he could show the fighter all the expenses and show him like, nigga, you want 20 million for the fight or you want 15 million for the fight, but the fight only gonna make 14 million. You know what I'm saying? So it's sometimes people gotta understand that, like, even though they might want to do spin-off movies or do other shows or whatever to help these actors or actresses out, it might not even be worth it in the bottom line when it comes to the money. So that's why a lot of these actors and different people end up with no job, because it's just bottom line is in the business side of it. They looking at it just strictly, are these people a draw? Can they get people to watch the show because they own it? Is it going to be da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da? But to us as fans or to the regular people, we see their lives and we be like, damn, that's fucked up. They could have did more to help them people. And then what Corinne is saying is right, because when you're a child star and then you got to transition into being an adult star, everybody don't make that transition. That's why a lot of people, they got that 27-year-old curse, or like a lot of people be dying and a lot of people just don't make it. And then E.B.H is right when he say about he just don't want his daughter doing it or whatever, because I'm kind of in that situation right now where I got a daughter who's in the entertainment industry. And I took the Corinne approach where, like, nah, I don't really want to push her music when she was younger, even though she used to rap and do different shit when she was younger, because I got a studio. So now as an adult, she with the drilled little niggas, and she butt naked like Sexy Red. And she got the OnlyFans, and they on OnlyFans with guns, and they beaming in the thing, and they going crazy, and they not using OnlyFans for like sexual explicit shit, but they doing sexually explicit shit on there. And so as her father, I'm like, yo, this shit ran across my desk, and I was like, yo, this is not what I raised you to be. This is not what you was taught to be. But then I had to go back to my research and my understanding of being in the entertainment industry. And what me and you was talking about earlier, PBR, just outlets and aggregators and way to get your music out and way to be out. And these kids now, they using TikTok, they using OnlyFans, they using all these different platforms to just try to be seen in whatever capacity to be seen, and not knowing that in the process of doing that, they fucking up their future. Because right now she's just 20, she's 21, she'll be 22 in a couple weeks. But there's gonna be a time when she's gonna be 32, and them videos are still gonna be online when she's trying to get a better job, or when she try to level up her life, or when she wake up and figure out that playing with guns and being with these niggas in hotel rooms with guns and being half butt naked with G-strings on and different shit, like that ain't it. But in this quest to try to make it in the music industry and make it in whatever. These kids now, they got the weirdest outlets. They could watch a YouTube video and they telling them how to get on OnlyFans and how to do this and how to do that to make this amount of money to this and that. Or they could watch a YouTube video that tell them how to use TikTok to drive traffic to the OnlyFans, to the music or whatever. So I think all of what we're saying is all true, but I think it's all based on the revenue driven by the entertainment industry. Because them kids who was child stars, there's no job that little girl can go get. She can't go become an accountant. She can't go become nothing that's going to give her that same satisfaction financially with her ego, with whatever else that's involved with whatever she got from that show. She's not going to get that from being in the office, being an accountant. She's not going to get that from whatever. So back to what Corinne was saying, when she become an adult star and she not getting no job, she might have been on a whole bunch of auditions and ain't got hired. And then from that, she like, fuck it, I got this $4,000 rent to pay. I got this $1,000 car payment to pay. And it gets to a point to where now you spiraling. And if you don't have, and then that's why where I say as a parent, I'm looking at my daughter like, my nigga, you don't even have to do this. And this is one of this is my daughter who comes from a privileged family. Like, she don't even have to even do none of that. Like, her family will give her more than she probably making online money wise, but it doesn't give her that satisfaction of people like, man, she lit, she with them niggas, they head busting, they this, they that. But when she fuck around and catch a straight bullet and we be having a funeral, her mama and everybody gonna be crying and trying to be like, feeling sad for her and this and that. But no, this is the life she chose because she's trying to get on as a rapper. So it's like these same things is that's why I say all of these things can be true at the same time, bro. That's all. I was long-winded, but that's basically what I'm saying.
No, that was a good you wrapped it all up together. That was good for sure. So put your guys' comments in the comment section about what you guys think about that. Now, I ran across these two videos. Now, hey, this is something I think.
Hey, check your text message, bro.
Who?
Black. Stop me in the middle. I'm saying, is it on fire?
It's on fire, nigga. Content savvy, nigga.
It should be on there already. Okay, it should be. Let me look again. All right, but let me play this video right here. I want to know what would you guys do in this situation? Oh, man, tell me, what would you do in this situation?
Hey, Kyle.
Yeah.
Can you pass me a tampon, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Jay.
What?
You want something from the kitchen?
Yeah, can you give me a water?
Yeah.
But what happened? I thought you was giving me a water.
My bad, I just cut myself. Hold on.
Oh, really?
You want a Gatorade or a water?
I'll take a water. Oh, thanks, bro. Hey, Kyle.
What y'all think about them kind of pranks, man? And first, would you do that? And would you respond the way he responded, being the heartbreak avenger?
Did that lady just put once a month fluids on him? Is that what I saw?
She put
play that again,
strawberry.
Bro.
I know that, but you know what?
Hey, Kyle.
Yeah.
Can you pass me a tampon, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Jay.
What?
You want something from the kitchen?
Yeah, can you give me a water?
Yeah.
But what happened? I thought you was giving me a water.
My bad, I just cut myself. Hold on.
Oh, really?
You want a Gatorade or a water?
I'll take a water. Oh, thanks, bro. Hey, Kyle.
Before. What makes her lucky?
Kyle is better than me, because if she would have did that to me, I'd have freaked out.
I would have freaked out.
What makes her lucky?
That was my question, Freeze.
Look,
I'll tell you what makes her lucky.
I'll tell you
maybe Corinne can help us with that.
I'll tell you what makes her lucky.
I'm confused. I'm confused.
What makes her lucky is that he used all of his intelligent emotions. He's so intelligent, emotional. He was a goddamn pariah. You know, he even made joke. He said, "I cut myself." You know what I'm saying? That's a good dude, man. We need more gentlemen like that in the world. But I'm not him. I wouldn't have went bad or nothing. But you know me, I'm finna see it. I'm finna troll like I'm gonna be like, man, what the you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be saying some crazy shit, gang. I'm gonna be laughing and shit, but I'm not finna be mad or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what that is like, first you're gonna think it's an accident. You know what I'm saying? Secondly, that's life. That's what goes down. You know, you gotta.
But I don't think that's the situation. Like anybody would be, you know, like, hey, babe, damn, you got some of that shit on me. Like, you know, that's whatever. But for a nigga to actually tell a lie to her when she was pranking him, what other things do he lie about and just take it across the chin?
Yeah.
Like, nigga, that's why she lucky, because she really saying, I got a goofy. I could just do whatever I want to do with this nigga. That's basically what
That's
she's
how
saying.
I looked at it. That's how I looked at it, Freeze. What made him lucky is she has carte blanche to do whatever she wants, and he gonna make it all right no matter what. That's
it's gonna be his fault.
What make it seem simpish. I know people don't like that word, but that's what make it seem simpish, because he had no backbone. It was like a gristle. But I also see what you said. She could have been embarrassed. So he was using his emotional intelligence to make her feel out of frame.
So emotional intelligence involves lying? When you saying that you cut yourself, he could have just said, I'm washing my hands.
I think he was being funny.
As a woman, that's gross. So I'm in my mid 40s, and I have never done that, accidentally done that. And that's just the most disgusting thing. I've had my menstrual cycles since I was 10, and I think that it's the most disgusting thing still to this day. And I would never, that's something that you don't have an accident doing. You don't get your menstrual cycle on your hands accidentally.
But then,
And then if you're changing your pad or tampon or whatever, you see it obviously and wash your hands.
How would you
It's
feel
his
about your
response.
dude? Yeah, but how would you feel about your dude if you pranked the dude and made him think that you was putting it on his hand, on him, and he told you he cut himself when you know you pranked him? How would that make you feel?
It's just hard because I don't do pranks, and that's not something I would do or hasn't ever happened or even close to coming to happening. So, I can't answer that question.
Okay, say it was a different prank. Say you took the tire off
she
the
said she
car.
don't prank.
Okay, but I'm just saying, any prank, that was like a blatant lie. Like he was telling her that I will lie to you real quick just to make you feel better.
Or maybe he knew that it was a prank.
I don't know.
I don't know. He's a big guy. Maybe he smelt the jelly. It looked like he eat a lot. Maybe he already smelt the jelly when she handed it to him.
I don't know. I think we doing a lot of assuming, and that ain't what we saw.
I mean, we just saying what we think. But listen, at the end of the day, man, nigga, you didn't have that shit on your dick before, so why you tweaking about it being on your finger? Don't act like you ain't
but I'm not even talking about that. I'm not tripping on none of that.
I ain't talking to you.
About I'm talking about anybody. Like, say let's reverse it. Say I pranked my girl, and I made her think that I just had some shit on my hand. Hey, can you hand me some toilet paper, babe? And she hand me some toilet paper, and I rub her hand with some chocolate or something. And then I come out the bathroom, and she washing her hands at the thing, and I'm like, why are you washing your hands? What happened, babe? She was like, oh, nothing. I just cut myself. I'm a nigga. She'll lie to me about anything real quick.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, what if I see her doing whatever, and then she like,
It's
oh,
back.
no,
It sure leads to the back door. It sounds like
Man.
it's some shit that leads to the back door for sure. You know, because listen,
Okay.
nowadays.
So tell me what you guys think about this then.
Kyle, come here.
Hold on, I'm playing the game.
No, please. Can you please come in here for me, please?
Hold on. What's up?
Kyle, my wrist is hurt. It's killing me. Can you please wipe me real quick?
Boo, wipe what?
I need you to wipe my butt for me, please. My wrist is killing me. I told you that
Jay,
earlier.
but you taking the shit right now.
Kyle, I know, but I really need you. Please.
Ooh, the things I do for you. You owe me big time for this.
Please.
Oh my God. Why, Lord, why? Do I gotta wipe front to back or back to front?
Kyle, it was a joke. Oh, you was about to do it.
Thank you. Are you for real?
Yes, you was about to do it. You.
Just doing this for laughs.
First of all, I'm not kissing you while you pooping.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that, and I'm not wiping front to back or back to front unless you are in hospice or something.
Yeah, but they funny, bro. That's the same people.
I'm not even coming in the bathroom with you. But if you notice, like if you notice on the slick, like I could be wrong. I could be wrong with what I'm gonna say. I could be wrong. But he looks like a guy that's a little like heavy set, a little like maybe like a little low on his self-esteem, and she playing off of that. Like all of these pranks is her pranking him. Do they got any pranks with him pranking her?
You're right. Right.
Right. And this nigga just a gopher. He just going for whatever. Like
The nigga say he a gopher.
My nigga, this nigga was like, I'll wash my hands and say I cut myself. I'll wipe your ass because your wrist hurt. Like, bitch, you got a whole nother hand. Right. The fuck?
So,
like you said, if you ain't in hospice or something, or you ain't fucked up, if you fucked up, then I'm gonna be right there with you, in the shit with you. But if you ain't fucked up and you just saying this wrist hurt, then use this wrist.
That fool said, yeah, but so let's go ahead and clear this up and clean it up, pun intended. I think this is more realistic.
Josh. Yeah, 1 second. Just wait. I need some help. My tampon's stuck. Wait, what do you mean your tampon is stuck? It's stuck. I pulled too hard and the rope came off, and then I was trying to get it with my fingers, and then I stuck it in like more, and I need help, and I don't want to move too much because I don't want to make it like go in deeper than it already is. What you mean going deeper? So there's not like an escape rope or like
no, that's the rope that I ripped. It comes with one rope. I need help.
What you want me? How am I supposed to pull it out?
Can you stick your fingers in, wash your hands, and just pull it out? Please?
Wait, you're bleeding.
Yeah. I have some gloves downstairs.
Yeah.
Hurry, please.
Okay, do we, how am I supposed, what, do I need tweezers?
What do you mean tweezers?
To grab it and then pull it out.
Okay.
That's more realistic to me, y'all.
That was a prank.
They all pranking.
It was.
But listen,
that was more realistic to me, though.
It looked more realistic.
That
was not real. You ain't
I've
gonna fool
always
me.
dated girls like 14. I don't even know about that shit. I've never been no shit.
I said
like
it's
that.
real. I'm saying like that's a more realistic.
Yeah, but hey, like look, I seen one that was real, bro. Look, it was like that. It was a girl, and she asked her. No, it wasn't even a girl. It was a dude, a son, and he asked his dad to give him the toilet paper, and his dad came to give him the toilet paper, and his son put some like chocolate or something on his hand. Man, that nigga went. He said, "Man, what the hell is it?" He said, "Motherfucker." He said, "Nigga, man." He went Yankee, man. I said, "Oh yeah, that's real." That nigga was like, "Nigga, what?" He said, "Nah, Dad, it's chocolate." And that nigga went crazy, bro. You can tell when it's real, gang. That nigga went crazy.
Yeah,
All
I
I
wouldn't. I
have to
wouldn't
say
agree with
about
that.
all this is that, we're women, we have kids, and you know what I mean? Kids come out of there and stuff. So realistically, the realistic part of a tampon getting stuck inside of you as a woman and you not being able to take it out, no matter if the string's hanging out or not, is not. It's a way to get it out yourself. You don't need help doing that.
I hear you.
Yeah, I don't see
All
it.
right. I agree with that. I agree with you with that. Let's talk about our boy Kyrie, our Tyrese. I hate to call him that because we was listening to him last night, and PB made an excellent point about this man, how his smile went from all 32 to an upside down frown. Do y'all remember this guy?
Hey,
He went
man.
from that. He went from that to this. What more do you want from me? I just want my baby. Oh my God. What more do you want from me? This is all I got. Don't take my baby. What more do you want from me? I just want my baby. Oh my God. I've been there for you. Why nobody's there for me? Ain't nobody showing up for me. I got all these millionaire friends. I got billionaire friends. I look ugly when I cry because I'm crying. What more do you want from me? This is all I got. Don't take my baby. What more do you want from me? I just want my baby. Oh my God. What more do you want from me? This is all I got. Don't take my baby. What more do you want from me? I just want my baby. Well, they kept playing. They kept looping my boy and everything. So, here's the
That shit was
question.
hard, nigga. That shit was hard.
Hold on. Hey, E.B.H,
Don't
I
take
gotta
my
say something.
baby.
Hold on, gang.
Don't take my baby.
That nigga got on that bus when he was a young man. He looked like he was a teenager at the time, maybe 18, you know. He got on there so happy. He hadn't eaten all day. You feel me? He hadn't eaten all day. Them people, Coca-Cola didn't feed him. He got on that bus, empty stomach. He took a drink of that Coke. That was the first thing he had in his esophagus all day. That was the first time something went down in his belly. And he was so full of energy. He was so happy. He was so full of joy. And then to turn around and become a millionaire, and what you just played, that little clip, bro, that's disgusting, bro. And that says a lot about the people that he had around him. Now go ahead, Black. We're gonna follow up on what I just said, but that says a lot about the people he had around him, bro.
What you think, Freeze?
Man, I just think that you live a crazy life, man, and you make a lot of crazy choices. And at the end of the race, when you look back at all the choices you made, it'll make you cry. You know, and we all gonna have to look at the choices we make in our life, and some of that shit make you cry. That nigga done did a lot of shit that'll make a nigga cry.
For sure, he's definitely been through a lot. And this what yields the question. Is it all right for a man to cry? Because we've seen Tyrese go from here to recently. Now they talking about him again, and he's crying again. And we're gonna play that about with him being on the Breakfast Club. But the general question is, should he play it out like this, or should he be vulnerable? Is it hurting him? Is it helping him? What do you think about it, Corinne? What do you think about him presenting himself in this way?
I mean, I'm all for people, expressing themselves the best way, they know how. I mean, for one, we have to take in consideration that he is an actor, he is, a singer, he's an entertainer. So, I mean, did he go through these things? Yes. But we don't know the capacity of, obviously it looks realistic. It looks like he's really feeling that way. But at the same time, he is an entertainer, and, I don't know. Some of it, sometimes it looks like he just is looking for attention, but then some of it seems like this is how he really feels. It's hard for me to decipher, being that that's his profession.
Oh, so it's possible that he putting on an act
He's an
for
actor.
attention?
Hell no, man. Ain't nobody finna go to that degree to embarrass themselves like that, bro. Y'all tweaking, man. Y'all tweaking, man. Y'all starting to sound gullible and feeble-minded. Bro, that man is hurt, man. That man is hurt, man. That man is destroyed. They didn't destroy that man's character to the point he didn't got on the Breakfast Club and said he got fake jewelry and shit on, gang. You feel me? What type, man? Come on, man. That hurts me, my nigga. This nigga, man, I didn't watch this man on Baby Boy. You feel me? I didn't watch this man in Transformers. Hey, man, don't give me the talking, man. And y'all talking about that man acting.
Oh, Fast and Furious? I mean, like on
Come on,
multiple
man.
ones?
Y'all over here playing with this A-list ass nigga, man. Y'all tweaking, bro. Talking about he acting, he playing. Boy, you tweaking. That nigga is hurt, man. That man, they didn't destroy that man's character, bro, to where he didn't got on national TV, nigga, like that. Come on, man. Y'all, man, don't start acting like Facebook people and shit, gang. That's crazy, dude. That man is hurt. That man is destroyed, nigga.
Well, a lot of his pain comes from, and I won't say all of it, but a lot of it that's playing out, in the public is because of his relationships and his choice of women. And so when I hear a woman say that he's playing it up for attention, let's assume that that's true to some degree, to get attention, for people to understand what's really going on with him. How come whenever a woman cries, everything stops and we try to find understanding and being emotionally intelligent and being emotionally available and regulating our emotions and our feelings and being empathetic, non-narcissistic and things like that. But then when a man do it, he gets remixed. It was dope, I might add. And now we went from remember him as the Coca-Cola kid to the what more do you want from me? Now it's I'm wearing fake bust down because I don't want my baby mama to keep trying to get more money out of me. I paid $10,000 a month already. Now she wants 40.
And then on top of that, they didn't broke this man down so bad, bro, to where he don't even want to do movies no more. They didn't call this man for Fast and the Furious 15 and 16 and 17 and told him he was guaranteed to be on 18, 19, and 20, but he don't want to take them because he's so heartbroken. He don't even want to go out there and make no money so they can take it. That's basically what gang on. You feel me? He said his Instagrams, he don't want to be on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Listen, he don't want to be an Instagram. He a victim all you want. Like I said, he don't want to be on Instagram. He don't want to do no movies. He don't want to do nothing but sit there and cry for attention. I understand that. Do I agree with what he's doing? Fuck no. He's a sucker. He's a goofy. He's a lame. What he should be doing is doing all the movies to Fast and the Furious 200, okay, if he live that long, and then get in some more Transformers, do a Baby Boy Part 2, the grown version now, nigga, whatever. Do whatever you got to do, my nigga. Get on Instagram, make 10 accounts, run that bag up, my nigga, and then just pay that shit off. Whatever they want, go break it off. Or be like, hey, man, since y'all trying to take all my money from this Instagram, he said he can't do no TikToks or nothing. I'll be like, guess what? I got 5 Instagrams. One is called My Baby Mama Trust Fund, or My Baby Mama GoPay, or whatever you want to call it. You feel me? GoFundMe or whatever. This for my baby mama. Y'all can't have no money from these other accounts. It's something can be worked out, bro.
But you giving him a solution instead of addressing the fact that he's a crybaby.
I did just say that. I said he's a sucker in the lane. You have walked off.
Yeah, but
I said he's a buster. He's a buster in the lane.
Yeah, like that's all it is.
Yeah.
And you gotta think these niggas been millionaires for 20 years, my nigga. Niggas been famous and in the spotlight with all this money and all this fame for 20 years, my nigga. They got people who say yes when they want to do something. They move when they want them to move. They
not him.
Not him. Shit, that nigga had 2 restaurants in his back. He got 2 restaurants in his backyard, man.
Them bitches got spider webs on them.
Man, them motherfuckers fully stocked, man.
I said, yeah, they got spider webs on them though.
That nigga got, but it don't matter. He made these choices. Like I think about that. I think about shit like that sometimes when I be in certain situations or in binds and I'm trying to figure out how to do this and that, and I be thinking like, nigga, but you spent $6,000 on a cabana. Nigga, you better figure it out. Like there was a time when you was making
but is he a victim though?
No.
Because it's possible that he is a victim though, because and I don't want to make it seem like I'm making excuses for him. I'm just looking at it from the perspective of if he's a regular dude, this happens to people every day. Dudes get hit with the child support. The more money they make, the more they take. So then he work under the table, under the radar to make his money because it's almost like you're doing it in spite of the situation because no one is looking at it from your perspective. So whatever level of power that you have, you exercise that.
No, I'm vibing with that. I feel that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel that. Like, but what I'm saying is a nigga who done made tens of millions of dollars, bro. You done made tens of millions of dollars. You've lived like an extravagant lifestyle. This woman used to live in your house with you. She saw what you do. She saw how you get down. She was a part of all of this. Like, she saw this shit. You the one brought her in and had them specially made chairs for the king and the queen and took pictures and had like a whole throne set up. You the one
all in Dubai, huh?
Yeah, like you was the one putting this image out there, my nigga. Like, no, bro. That's even like my kids. My kids just think a nigga just rich. Like, my nigga, like, no, we only rich at Walmart. We only rich at the dollar store, my nigga. Like, we not rich everywhere. Like, fuck that, man. Like, kids would be having their friends over for dinner. I'd be like, bro, we can't afford to be feeding all these people. Like, no, can my friends stay and eat? No, we only got this many patties for burgers. No, your friend can't stay. Fuck out of here. But my kids think that shit don't mean nothing, nigga. Like, daddy got it. And no, man, but it's the way that I've treated them. I've always made them think that. So now, how can I cry on the expectation? Like, nah, bro. Like, no, you're not a victim. You got to figure out a way to get it. Because you created that expectation. You put that hunger in them. Like, motherfuckers don't know. The kid didn't come out like, ooh, I need the best shoes. Ooh, I need this. Ooh, I need that. And if you allowing people in the streets to influence your kids, you're responsible for that too, like PB said. Remember PB said, it's always your fault as the parent. So, nigga, like, whatever's going on, nigga, it's my fault.
Yeah, and it's true. It's true because a parent will always be a parent and a child will always be the child. You feel me? There's no other way around that. So the blame goes up, not down. You feel me? When you make a complaint, you take it up top, right? So when you go to a job, you working at your job, right? You working at McDonald's and you behind the register and you fuck up some nigga shit. You mess up some orders and shit, right? And then people come back and complain. They order 1,500 burgers and you messed up 300 of them. They come back to complain. They don't want to talk to you. They don't want to talk to you. You like a child. We want to talk to your manager.
Yeah, we want to talk to your mama.
We want to talk to whoever.
So
where your daddy at?
Now that he's definitely gave himself an image, right? And he's able to give certain kind of women's based on the image. Now this is where he is in his life current day.
But why is that certain kind of women? Why that can't just be any woman? Like, for example, Judge Mathis, him and his wife getting a divorce. They've been married 39 years. You know what I'm saying? Like my nigga, like Judge Mathis, nigga, he ain't in no scandals. He ain't at Puffy House at the parties with TD Jakes now. Like Judge Mathis is doing his thing, my nigga, and his wife just decide, nigga, like I'm still lit. Like it's other women in their 60s that's going to clubs and partying and getting flued out. She like, shit, fuck that, nigga. I'm finna get on TV. And Judge Mathis is his fault because he made his family famous. He started doing that reality show. His son married a man. It started being all types of weird shit. So I don't think that that's a type of woman. I think that it's a type of man that creates that woman. Because it's like for example, my wife was just a pretty woman that worked in an accounting office when I met her. But now she's Freeze's wife. So when she goes to the club, she can get VIP. She can get a certain section. Her friends meet her. They get a section and get bottles on discount. Like she didn't have none of them perks before she knew me. Now she know me and she my wife and niggas know that that's my wife. She get a totally different treatment. And that's what, and so we create these women and we create these monsters that turn out to take half our money, 60% of our money, want alimony, spousal support, child support, all these different terms they got for this shit. But we be done made them people that way, bro. That's why I'm fucking with Shannon Sharp, nigga. Like that nigga, like, bro, like when you come, I'm not buying you nothing, and you go, you got what you got. Hey, old girl Brittany Renner said that Kaepernick used to make her buy her own plane tickets to fly out to San Francisco to go fuck with him. Like nigga, he wasn't even buying no plane tickets. Nothing.
That's atrocious. All that money he got, that's atrocious. See, I couldn't do that, man.
You guys make a good point. You make a good point because you could have just left me alone. I was over here minding my own business, and then you want to come get at me and introduce me to this whole lifestyle. Now you over here doing something else. Like, wait a minute, you made a good point, Freeze. Like, or you could have just left me alone and leave me alone, and I could have kept on doing what I was doing until you came around. So that
Right.
is a good point.
So now I turned you up, and now you don't even want to turn down. And that's what Tyrese mad about. That nigga sick. He like, she won't even apologize, but nigga, you turned her up.
But it could go both ways. But most of the time it falls on the man, because he's in generally speaking, in most situations, it's the man that is, with the lifestyle and everything. But it can go the other way around too sometimes.
Yeah, but niggas don't respect the men where it comes. Like people, like say for example, Keke Palmer. She's a multi millionaire. She had a baby by dude, and he turned up a little bit, and then she dumped him, and people treated him like he was a piece of shit. And then now she went and picked him back up, and now she pregnant again for the second time. Then you got like Safari with Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj dropped Safari. Safari can't get right. Like it's like when the woman is the one that elevates your level and then she drop you or whatever, it's hard for the man to get on. But the woman, a man could pick a woman up and bring her up to that level, and she could leave you and get a better nigga, and leave him and get a better nigga, like Lori Harvey or these other girls. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a bunch of girls in the industry.
Or you got women like Baby Fat. You know what I'm saying? 19-year-old model get with an old goofy nigga. He prop her up and build her up, and then she start balling on you and leave your ass.
Man, and then go to fucking with billionaires and now talk about you being a petty.
Uh-huh.
When you made her who she is, and she on the dude who the billionaire stole 600 million from you, so that's why you broke. It's a cold game, my nigga, but it's just really understanding like a woman will never get blamed for dating for dating up, but a man will always get blamed for dating up. Like a woman, if she date a lame ass nigga, to the woman, it's like, girl, why you dating down? But a man could date down every day, and it's okay for a woman to just be like, what do you bring to the relationship? My pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's okay. But if a man if they say, well, what do you bring to the relationship? My dick. Then you're a lame.
But you got to be a lame because guess what? You a man, and man was here first. So when women came after us,
now that goes
you know
back
the
to
philosophy, man.
Yeah,
you know,
but that goes back.
Okay, let me play the video. Then we can continue from that because y'all raising a lot of good points. But let's just see what Tyrese got to say.
Damn. They canceling him. They canceling Gang, boy. He over with. It's over. It's over with, cuz. It's a wrap. That nigga, you can cancel that nigga. Hey, like that nigga said on Nino Brown said on New Jack City, cancel that bitch. You can cancel that bitch. It's over, gang. It's over. It's a wrap. We don't even need to talk about this nigga no more because it's over. It's finito. Yo, man, it's finito, man. I didn't watch it like that, Black, earlier. Ooh. But you know what? I can just give him his flowers on being wholeheartedly and honest. That's what I can. I'm not going to take that from him, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there was nothing wrong with what he did, but, you know, in Hollywood, you can't do that. He said everything is fake, it's superficial.
In real life, you can't do that, man. In the streets, at your work, at your job, at your whatever, you can't do that nowhere.
Yeah,
that's a breakdown, nigga.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, man. He acting like a child.
Because he's a victim. He's around the people, like I said earlier. He's been a multi-millionaire around all of these people for all of these years.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for him. Because the white people gave you a chance. You got your reparations, nigga.
He gonna keep being a crybaby. Like now, a man who's been to the top and down to the bottom and can't put food on his table. What about the nigga who ain't never been up?
Hey, that nigga was.
What about the nigga who ain't never been up? Nigga, let's talk about him.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about, Brett, no more. Because guess what, dude? You got your reparations, cousin.
And you tricked it off, nigga. You spent it on Fat Burger in your backyard, nigga.
Man, that nigga was goofy as hell, bro. Listen, man, he just said he was on one of the biggest movies that, you know, hey, man, but listen, he was on, man, like I said, bro, I don't even want to talk about Gang no more because he said, your album might outsell mine the first week, but I still made a classic. Nigga, who cares? Like, that's back to what I was telling you. Smooth 10. Me and J Boo, shout out J Boo. We call that Smooth 10. Like, you don't remember me? Like, this nigga named Smooth T. So I was like, you remember when I did this? You remember when I did? Nigga, get your Smooth T ass out my face, nigga.
Well, the thing about it for me is this. Y'all might not have any empathy for Tyrese. And I'm pretty sure he didn't make gobs of money off Baby Boy. Because it did flop in the box. It flopped in the box office and it didn't initially take off, but it's a classic. I think what he's saying is that there's this perception of him. I'm not saying he's totally correct because, like you guys say, you were in position to make yourself in a position where you should be able to handle this if you got yourself in this position. But I don't think the issue is so much his baby mamas. I just think that's the vehicle that he's using to express his emotion, and we got to read between the lines. Let's check out this last clip, and then we can go on and talk about Kamala and them. But I'm going to explain why I have some empathy for Black Tyrese.
Are you not aware of the damage that you caused?
Let me show you something.
Shit. Let me spell this out for you. When you said this, when you did that, when you treated me like that, when you left me like that, when you this, when you this, when you that, can I call you and tell you about it? And if I call you and I tell you about it, are you going to be able to own and be accountable and actually process the trauma that you caused? She ain't got no way of doing it. But I just got another letter from her lawyers requesting that I send over all of my tax returns and all of my bank statements because she's trying to get $20,000 and I think they're trying to take it up to like 40. And they've been looking at all of my movies and all of the concerts and shows that I've been doing, and they over there like blood-sucking lawyers rubbing their hands. And Samantha's doing the same thing, rubbing her hands, and they going, oh shit, you know, for the last year and a half, he looks like he's been doing really well. Let's go ahead and get them bank statements over here so we can figure out a way to get this law firm another $600,000 that we're asking for in legal fees. Okay, so I'm gonna close this out. I just got an email from my attorney, and my ex's attorney name is Adam Gleckman. He's the devil. She divorced me 4 years ago, August 2020. And she makes over $100,000 a year, close to 150, 160 at this point, because all of her Instagram, social media. And he came to court, and they literally said in the courtroom that they've only got $5,000 from Samantha for representing them, for representing her for the last 4 years. They've asked her to give them $5,000 because she married a celebrity. She married a high net worth individual, and they're over there rubbing their hands, banking on a pot of gold. I'm out here stressed the fuck out. She divorced me, and they're rubbing their hands over there, hoping that I do more concert shows, movies, so they can go online, look up all the movies that I just booked, and they're trying to get to the bottom of what actual money is in my bank account so that they can put it in their law firm's pockets. This is a dirty fucking game out here, ain't it? It's a dirty, dirty game out here. Well, y'all gonna keep waiting. Y'all pray for me because I am hearing that the appeals court around my case is being appealed. My divorce case is being appealed, and they're going to give me the outcome of my appeal August 25th. August 25th, the verdict and the outcome of my appeals, because all of the shit that that judge did, all of his rulings were so fucking illegal and so all over the place. They're going to rule on everything that we are appealing, and that verdict is coming in on August 25th. Y'all pray for me. I don't want nothing to work in my favor. I just want to do things according to the law. I'm too real for TV. That's why they don't want me on Instagram. That's why they don't want me doing all that I do. There's a benefit to being this real, and then it becomes a little counterproductive sometimes. I got it. But guess what? If it all ended tomorrow, they're not going to love me because of the square footage of my house or what's in my bank account. Whether my jury is real or fake. Who I'm fucking, who I dated, who I married, how cute my kids are. They're going to remember me because I live and I walk in my truth. And I put my truth out there. And I was willing to die on a knife on behalf of my truth. You can't buy what's not for sale. My soul is not for sale. My sexuality is not for sale. Nothing about your opportunities that you've given or presenting will I ever allow my soul to be compromised on behalf of whatever you offer. I stand firm with the Lord Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. And until I take my last breath, no time soon, God forbid, you are experiencing the authentic me.
I think that's what the issue is. I think the issue is he not playing the game, or he don't want to play the game, but you already got some of the perks. And now that you don't want to play the game, they're going to send everything after you to make you seem like you crazy, to devalue you who you are. Now, should he play the game like the typical 68.2% Negroes that get on child support and all that and don't work and all that? Nah, I don't think he should play it like that. But then again, how can he play it without playing it? He just professed he not selling his soul. That's what this is about for me. That's what I think the biggest issue is about this whole situation is he's in a quandary that he can't pay for.
Yeah, it's that he kind of snitched on himself right there.
Exactly. But that's
Well, and he's like we were saying, he spent his whole life on TV. So if he's not doing movies or he's not on shows, he's going to be in the spotlight in some capacity. And so he's going to put himself out there on social media, make videos, because that's what he does. And another thing is that I had just recently went through this with one of my real close friends. As soon as they get talking about tit for tat and what they did for you, it's a wrap. Your relationship with that person, family, friends, no matter what, it's over with. As soon as they like start talking about, oh, I did this, I did that, I did that, it's over with, because I don't know, they're going through something, whatever it is. And you guys have these moments, I'm pretty sure, with your friends, family members, whoever. As soon as they start, oh well, I did this for you and I did that, or remember that time, it's over with. It's not the same anymore as soon as they get to talking like that. So I mean, I don't have any sympathy for him, but again, he's in the limelight. Is he sympathetic, or does he feel a certain type of way? I mean, we're human, we have feelings, but again, it's hard for me to decipher what's true and what's not, because he is an actor and he is, this is what he does. So I don't know.
I would have to, like I say, he ain't acting. Nigga not gonna blow millions of dollars. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. Keep it one thou wow. Nigga ain't finna blow the bag like that. You blow the bag when you don't have emotional intelligence, and he lacks that right now. And that's what you fail to realize. He's a hell of an actor, but he's not acting right now. You can't play that role. You know what I'm saying? Who want to embarrass themselves like that? He going too personal. He talking about bank accounts. He talking about, like, come on, man. Like, nobody wants their business out like that, especially not a celebrity. He's an A-list celebrity. You don't want nobody talking about you like that. That's why he talking about the Lord Jesus Christ and covered with the blood of Jesus. That's how you know somebody at the end of their rope. Right there. That's how you know. He at the end of his rope, gang.
Yeah, he that I like that whole clip we just watched was like, it was hard for me to watch, because I just felt like that nigga was just running a race at a victim Olympics. And then at the end, he told us the truth. Nigga, I made a deal with these people a long time ago, and now they coming to collect. And nigga, deal with it. You did it. You enjoyed all of the fruits of that shit all these years. So now deal with it, my nigga. Like, face it. Whatever you gotta face, you gotta walk that path and go see them demons. You can't hide behind Jesus. You can't hide behind child support. You can't hide behind her lawyers. And he try to blame it on the lawyers, like they're trying to get money for their firm. No, nigga. She hired them. That 5,000 was a retainer, nigga. She paid them a $5,000 retainer, and they told her, we gonna do the rest pro bono, and we gonna get our fees from him and make him pay lawyer fees. That's how it goes. Like, come on, my nigga. Like, he's lame, bro. Get him out of here. Like, get him out of here, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you guys in the fact that he is putting too much of his information out there. Like, sometimes you can over explain something even if you're telling the truth, and it still make you look like it's not authentic, or there's too many things to try to decipher. So he definitely in a quandary, like you said. He told the truth on himself at the end, and you picked the poison. Now you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Now you gotta try to live with it. You gotta pay the DJ at some point.
Yeah, they coming to collect, my nigga. What's that? The devil's son-in-law, Petey Weedstraw. Nigga, you had this life, you did whatever, nigga. I'm here to collect. Nigga, like, we had a deal. Nigga, we had a deal, nigga. You reneged on a deal. He talking about I'm not doing no gay shit, my sexuality, yeah, somebody done propositioned your ass at one of them parties. Somebody done tried to invite you over to one of their mansions, like, hey, ride your golf cart around the corner, and you went around there and the nigga was sitting on the couch naked. And you got scared and left, nigga. And now that nigga, hey, he might own, his cousin might own that law firm that's trying to get your money, man. Right. It is what it is. You make that bed, you gotta lay in it, bro. Everything that I did that I thought I was being slick, that shit came back and got me. Everything.
Flat out.
I don't got nothing left that I thought I got slick. It's all gone. Everything I thought I got the slick way is gone.
For real. For real. All right, well, we're going to pray for Tyrese like he said, because I always feel like, you got action as long as you got breath. So Tyrese, get it together. Get yourself around the right people. It's going to be tough, bro. Speaking of tough,
around the right people because he's a victim, bro. It is like when you've been rich that long, bro. Like I don't know a lot of just like super rich people or none of that or whatever, but my friends and people I know who have been like well off their whole life, 100,000-aires, good shit situations their whole life. They totally different than the people who done went through all of these rocky roads. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just different people. And when you one of them people who have always been catered to, it's hard for people not to, when you, even me, my nigga. Like, I've had situations where I just ran the situation to where when I'm in a situation, okay, let me use graphic design, for example. I've had graphic design artists that work for me since 2003. It's 2024 now. So for 21 years, I've had graphic design artists that worked for me that was really good, some of the best all the time. And I used to stand behind them. I'd be right behind them. Like, nope, do this, move that, do this, do that. Well, now them people done grew up and became their own people. They don't just, I can't stand behind them and do that no more. So now I'm trying to hire a new graphic design artist and they don't like me standing behind them telling them what to do. So it's like, damn, I got to learn how to work different with people because I'm so used to being a person who tell you what to do that now people don't want to work like that. They want you to give them the idea, send them a deposit, and wait for whenever they decide to tell you they finish, and they tell you you only get 1 or 2 revisions of it till they whatever. Like, I don't like that shit. I feel like I'm always out of money working with people like that. But when I stand behind the motherfucker and be like, do it like this, I get my results. But you can't. And now that I'm older and I don't got the type of money to pay people to do that, now I don't get that type of service. So since I don't get that type of service, I can either get mad about it, I can get online and start crying and be like, all these niggas I helped, they used to come to my studio, and all these people I done let live in my apartments and this and that. Ain't nobody even come help. These niggas won't even come help me with my artwork. I could be a crybaby and play victim Olympics, or I could figure out a way to get the money to pay the graphic design artist to do what I need them to do. So it's just, I don't agree with that shit. It was hard for me to even watch him, bro. Like I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Facts.
Well, speaking of hard to watch, last night I had a hard time watching the Democratic National Convention where your Democratic president-elect got a chance to finally speak out. This is a clip of something that she said, and I want you guys to see that, and we're going to just generally talk about what we think and how we feel about Kamala, and has Kamala done enough to garner the black vote? Hold on, let me get y'all president.
because I believe everyone has a right to safety, to dignity, and to justice. As a prosecutor, when I had a case, I charged it not in the name of the victim, but in the name of the people. For a simple reason. In our system of justice, a harm against any one of us is a harm against all of us. And I would often explain this to console survivors of crime, to remind them no one should be made to fight alone. We are all in this together. And every day in the courtroom, I stood proudly before a judge and I said 5 words: Kamala Harris for the people.
I don't know how much experience the average person have with Kamala Harris, but what she's saying right there is contrastingly different than her career. That sounds good, and we all together people when it's always voting time. How come we all together as people when it's voting time, but then the other months of the 4 years, black people trying to fight for rights? Matter of fact, I'll go to say that we haven't got any new rights, and I can tell different sects that's definitely got more rights because of these Democrats. But here's my question to you guys. Has Kamala Harris done enough to garner your vote?
When you speak of when like this clip we just watched right now, she just really just she didn't say she fucking with people. She said that when she prosecute people, she used in the name of the people. So if you've been watching a Young Thug case, in that case, if they use like victim versus person, then certain things can't get in and is admissible in court. Certain shit can't get in, certain things can't be used. But if she used the term the people, now that's so wide ranging to where she has a different way of getting stuff in the court to prosecute. So what she's basically saying is, I'm prosecuting everybody. Everybody finna go to jail. When I become the president, I got the crafty words and the crafty ways of telling the people how to do it, so everybody get prosecuted. That's basically all she was saying. She didn't say she care about the people. She just said that I'm prosecuting in the name of the people. And she said, at the end, she said, and I always stated these 5 words, Kamala Harris here for the people. Yeah, you are there for the people because you by using the people, you can use different tactics to prosecute.
Yeah, and whatever she used, I know it don't include black people, not black males.
Exactly. No, exactly. Exactly.
And then, so you can say we the people, like on the Constitution, that didn't mean us. So she can play with the words however she wants to. I'm looking at it from a black male's perspective. Is what she talking about resonating to the point where I want to vote her as the president, especially being from California and knowing what her policies are, which most people don't know her policies. They're only voting for her because she chucks and pearls.
Right.
That's the only reason. So who are the people that she's talking about? Is she talking about you? Is she talking about me? She talking about PB?
No, she's talking about the people who gotta go before the court and get prosecuted. So
but we need a president of the United States, not an attorney general.
Yeah, but that's what she's about to be, the president, and she's a former attorney general. So she's bringing her background with her. She's bringing a whole mentality with her. She's bringing a whole cabinet, a whole whatever way of doing, even down to the file cabinets, to whatever. She bringing a whole way of life with her.
Right. Which is prosecution of black males.
Exactly. Under the guise of we the people.
Under the guise that we the people.
Yeah. She's proven that already in California, and she even spoke about it in her her speech if people was listening. Like my nigga, and like I don't know, bro. Like I don't. To a lot of people, yeah, she did enough to get the black vote from a lot of people just because she a black woman. That's all they need. Just because they mama black, they grandma black. You know, like that's who they identify with, the black woman. Like the black woman is probably the most identifiable person in a black family. Is the mama, the grandma. She the one you're gonna see the most. You're not gonna see the daddy that much. You're not gonna see uncles that much. You're gonna see grandma and mama all the goddamn time. So now, even if you watch her speech last night, she had her sister speak before her, and her sister hit him with like the black girl talk, kind of like the kind of let you feel the whole family vibe. But you got to remember, they had already leaked it through TMZ that Beyonce was gonna perform. So you got a whole bunch of black women watching it to see Beyonce, and they saw her sister and her speak. So it was like they finessed the whole millions of people to watch black women speak. After they had them women stand up to talk about violence. First they had all them women standing up talking about how they kids or somebody was affected by gun violence. Then they had the dude come on and speak about the veterans. Oh, I'm a veteran and I used to be over this with the CIA and this and that, and Kamala is the head and chief of the government that we need, this and that. Like that's what this whole shit was about, was her pandering to like people who are more Republican but more focused on police and focused on really, yeah, police, motherfucking the judicial system. Like that's really all this shit is about. That's why she had them Republican niggas speaking. She had a nigga say, one of the Republican dudes said, he said, let me let y'all in, fellow Republicans, on the secret. They are as patriotic as we are. Then just really like that was the whole thing that they was trying to like beat into our head last night was niggas, she gonna lock niggas up. She's not playing with it. In the name of we the people. You're going to jail. You fuck with her, you're going to jail. No, it is what it is, bro. But I don't think she did enough to get the black male vote, because that's who she's sacrificing. I think that right now, in her campaign right now, she's sacrificing the black male vote to get the woman totality vote. So she gonna get the Mexican women, the white women, the Indian women. Like I'll go for just the woman vote and exclude the black male. So she's not even when they in there doing they secret meetings and they doing they polling and this and that, and they don't even give a fuck about the black male, right? At all. Like that's not even one of their target audiences, I don't think. And if it is, it's the black male who like them memes we was watching earlier, the niggas who's wiping their girl ass and the niggas who acting like they cut theyself when they girl wipe blood on their hand. It's a bunch of them old goofy niggas like that who's in the stands crying like, ooh, a black woman. Ooh, like, yeah, it's a bunch of them who right there with a strong black woman who drugged they bitch ass to the event with them last night. Made them buy the plane tickets, made them pay for the hotel room, made them whatever just to get some pussy. And the bitch was so hyped up over Kamala doing whatever, the nigga might not even got no pussy. She might have just been, I'm so tired, I'm just going to sleep. Right. Nah, man, like that shit whack. She going for the feminist vote.
There we go. She's going for the feminist vote. Matter of fact, I think the whole agenda she's pushing is a feminist agenda.
You see her dragging her husband around, nigga. If you saw him today, she got the professional suit on, looking all professional, and her husband looking all sloppy with his shirt ain't even tucked in, with some jeans on and some sneakers with just a suit blazer. and they getting off the helicopter, walking to the cameras, and he looked hella goofy, and she's like the one. Like that's the whole image they portraying right now, bro. Like men just kick back and chill and let the women take charge. That's basically the image. Like
Right.
men, you guys just chill and let the women rule. Like let them run it. It is
PB.
what it is.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I just want to know, man. Did she really work as a escort?
I don't know, bro. I can't speak on that. That's defamation.
Yeah, I know. I ain't trying to defamate her. I'm just trying to ask if that's real. But
Well, it was said that she came out and admitted it because Trump said something. What we do know is that she slept her way to the top.
oh, ain't nothing wrong with
And
that.
that's not
Everybody
like
does that.
it's not speculatory.
Said everybody sleep their way to the top. Hey, what's that dude, Congressman Willie? What's his name? Willie Jones or Willie something? That nigga from California who she was messing with the married congressman nigga or whatever he was.
You
That
talking about the
nigga
mayor,
wife.
Willie Brown?
Yeah, Willie Brown, nigga. She was letting
Let's
that nigga
go.
smack him. That nigga
Yeah,
wife
Willie.
was online talking about that shit.
Yeah,
And
Willie
then
Brown's a savage.
Montel Williams, he got her with another chick, nigga. Like they kicking it, like boom, nigga. Like finna go to the after party. And you know he smoked hella weed and big kicking it and swinging. They was having fun, man. Like life is life. Everybody got a pass, but everybody with a pass can't be the president. Like you better have a better way of you better do like you better do like Bush and them did and hide that college drinking and all that. And President Clinton said, I smoked, but I didn't inhale and all of this old weird shit. You better have some slick shit to clean it up. But when nigga Donald Trump out here running an ad with Kamala all at like a swimming party, nigga, she out there like partying, nigga, like what music is playing? Who's she watching? Rap or perform? Because she with a bunch of black people. Who performing? You know, it might be Frankie Beverly. Never know. But the way they pulled the camera angle and play it and cut it up in the editing, boy, it got it looking like she had a pool party getting turned up.
So character usually comes up in these elections, but we're going to ignore it because we know Kamala's background. So now they're going to definitely say Trump's background is jaded or whatnot. My question is, what about the policies? Are the people paying attention to the policies? What are Kamala Harris's policies that's really going to help what we're doing what we need to fix today? Because what we don't act like we don't understand is that she's not the reigning, the current vice president, and this is the administration that got us in this because we weren't like this under Trump. It's not like Trump wasn't the president before and he did not have the economy like this. They have this economy like this. Kamala is a part of it, and she's not saying anything about how she's going to fix it. All she's telling people is, we're going to make America more joyful. We're going to be able to love who you want to love, and the kids can be who they want to be, and all that other stuff. Why are people paying attention to these policies?
Because
She did say that she was gonna make life affordable again for the middle class American. I ain't gonna take that from her. She did say that, but listen, bro, I'm gonna just be real, bro. I to be honest, people like to go with what they used to, and I'm used to Trump. I know fucking with Trump is like fucking with your ex, okay? You know what I'm saying? Kamala Harris is something new. We don't know what batshit crazy shit she got up her sleeve, bro. Like, let's be real. We don't know. She come from like a law enforcement type of background. She's a attorney general type, ex-attorney general. So she finna come with an aspect on like shaping up America on the like a criminal level. Like she want to come down on criminals and all type of shit, but at the same time, she letting all these, like, I hate to say it, but man, that nigga Trump had went off today, man. He threw a concert in Arizona, man. That man said Kamala Harris and Joe Biden be letting criminal aliens in the country, man. You feel me? And you supposed to be an attorney general. So what is you doing? You know what I'm saying? And they say it, man. Like I said, man, it's a shit show. But like I said, I'm used to Trump. I know what he gonna come with. And I know that when Trump was my father, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what they is. They like your daddy. You know what I'm saying? When Daddy Trump was in office, bro, life wasn't so bad, my nigga. I mean, what can you say that? I mean, it was like, look, stuff was affordable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm never the one to complain about stuff because I know money comes and goes, and I got God in my spirit. So I ain't really tripping off. I don't complain about nothing. But hey, they made that shit noticeable, gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, groceries have went up 30%. 30%? Are you kidding me? Come on, man. That don't make no goddamn sense. That's the highest it's ever been in years. You feel me? In decades. You know what I'm saying? So
at $4 and $5.
hey, hey, you heard me. So, like, in my opinion, bro, Kamala Harris, you make it sound good. You make it look good. That DNC shit, man, look like Soul Train Awards, man. I'm gonna just tell you that. You know,
Nigga, who was that earlier? Somebody in here, one of my clients said, one of my clients, a black lady too. One of my clients was in here earlier. She was like, "Did you watch that shit last night?" I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Did you see they had a motherfucking DJ in the beginning, like chicka chicka chicka, yeah?" Like she was like, "What the fuck was that shit?" She was, hey, she was like, she said, "Did you see Lil Jon talking about yeah?" She was like,
hey man, Ronald
They
Reagan.
started, hey, but I knew it was gonna be a
Hey
shit
man,
show when they started it off with
Ronald Reagan is turning over in his grave. That's all I'm gonna say.
bro, they had a
Man, when they
DJ at the
started off with Meg Thee
DNC,
Stallion, I already knew it was gonna be an issue. Like she's trying to do too much. The thing about Kamala is we giving her too much credit because even when she was the attorney general, she was nothing more than a pawn, a rook at best. Because really, what happened is they had an agenda. The agenda was we building all these private prisons in California, and we want to fill them up. We're gonna fill them up with Negroes. So we gonna start this crime bill where if they do 3 crimes, it don't even matter. We're gonna give them 20, 30 years in jail for 3 crimes. And so then Kamala, the only thing she stood on that she didn't want to have anything that she didn't like the death penalty or something like that. And then they made her flip flop on that very thing that she was proponent of. But other than that, she just was prosecuting because they said it's not because she came up with it. It's not because it was her agenda. She just move along as the wind pushes her, and it's going to be the same thing once she gets to be the president, where they're going to sit there and have transgenders in school, teach your kids about sexuality before you have a chance to, give your kids the right to tell you as a parent if they're a boy or a girl, have men in women's sports, have men in women's bathrooms. Like, come on now, Trump is trying to stop all of this stuff. But Kamala Harris has openly came out along with Barack Obama and Michelle and Oprah. Come on, man. Like, why are we not paying attention to those things? Do we not care about what they're doing to the kids?
Listen here, man. This is what it's beginning to sound like. Y'all ever seen that movie? What's the name of that shit? Winter Games, or what is that? What is that called? With the bow and arrow? Hunger Games. You ever seen Hunger Games when the government looks like they're doing right by the people and they make it look good and glitzy and glamoury and safe and calm and peaceful, when in turn it's really, disastrous behind the scenes and they really evil, and it's really about anarchy and going against the grain of God. You feel me? I feel like that's how come they're giving me like like movie vibes, bro. Like they giving me like nemesis vibes on each other. Like they trying to paint Trump to be this racist bad person, bro. But I've never really heard Trump say nothing bad or racist. Never. You know what I'm saying? I've never. Where's the proof at? Yeah, he be siding with his people and stuff, but ain't that what we supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? As a human, I mean, yeah, he human, bro. Everybody is human,
Well,
bro. But at least with him, we know
Kamala
what's
even
going.
came out and said Biden was a racist when they was running against each other. So let's
Okay,
not
so
play that
listen,
game either,
listen.
like you said.
So listen. What I'm saying is that, man, Trump. At least with Trump, I know what's with it. I know what gang is on. I know what's with Trump. And I know what's with Kamala Harris, but she trying to make it look like she cool and all. You trying too hard. You got Megan Thee Stallion. I didn't even know that was happening, bro. That's ridiculous. You got Megan Thee Stallion. You got who else they said? Whatever y'all said. You got celebrities coming out. Lil Jon. You got like, what are you doing? Is this a party? Is this a party or is this something? America ain't in no shape to be celebrating like that. I can see if you
But
had
I
your
think
first
she's
4
trying to
years.
relate to
Hold
the
on, man.
country.
Hold on, man. I'm still talking. Listen, bro. I can see if you had your first 4 years, bro. I can see if she had her first 4 years was so successful and she running again and she having Lil Jon and she having, yeah, it's a party then. But woman, you ain't did nothing. So what you trying to do is you trying to gain votes and by using celebrities and you know what I'm saying, you trying to get these donors and all this stuff. I understand that, but bro, I really, to be honest, man, if I was a voter, because I don't really care because I don't believe in that shit. That shit is like the WWE anyway. But say if I was to vote, my nigga, I wouldn't vote for her. I would throw Trump name in the box, bro. I'm just keeping it real, gang. I'm just keeping it real. And I got a lot of love for Kamala because she's from the Bay and all that. But on the real, bro, I really just can't trust you because the way you rocking. What is you celebrating? The country is in shambles, bro. The economy is flipped on its back. So what is we celebrating?
Hey, would
Bro,
you
see
vote for
the
Kamala if
borders
she looked
are.
like this?
Hey,
Yeah.
bro, I saw
Yep.
one with her bent over, with them cakes out, with her bent over, with that outfit on. I was like, oh my god.
Look how
Whoever
fast y'all changed. Boy, I tell you.
whoever doing them graphic designs is doing a good job.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. Kamala. It just don't seem right, bro. That's all.
Corinne, you
Yes.
there?
Yes.
I know we just dumped all on Kamala. And what are your thoughts about Kamala?
I think she's smart to go about her political campaign like that. And politics is another form of entertainment too. It ain't no different from the entertainment for being a movie actor or a singer or whatever. You're on a stage, you got to perform. I have this saying that no matter who you are and what your relationship with people, it's always how you make people feel. And she's making people feel like they could relate to her. That's just sticking to facts. It's not my personal opinion. That's a fact there. And what I didn't like about her, and I know it's politics, you got to, like, whoever you're running against, you got to down them and tell them how you're so much better than them. I didn't like that part of her speech. I mean, I think she should have just stuck to what she's planning to do and her agenda and not have, went bad on Trump. But I get that that's part of it. But to the part of her prosecution background, there's the majority of people, in the United States have never been to court. There's only a small percentage of people that'll end up in court that are going to be prosecuted. So she's relating to the majority of her people, so to speak, people in quotations, So I get it. It's how you make people feel. People feel like they could relate to her. She started her speech off with her upbringing and about her family and everything, and who doesn't have a family or who didn't grow up with someone, in an apartment, or like she's smart. She got tact to her, for people to want to get to know her and want to relate to her.
Yeah, she did do that because she appealed to emotion. And so the thing about it is, she tried to make herself relatable by saying her mom was a brown woman. Like an Indian woman is not considered a black woman. Sorry.
An Indian
But
woman don't
in your
consider
mind, when she's
herself
talking
black.
about it, she make it sound like she talking about black women. Like this comment. Shout out to Kenny though. Thank you for hacking in to the E.B.H. Black Show with Powerball Rich and special guest host Freeze with extra special co-host Copa. He says that she no one relates to her except for gays and women. Do you agree with that? Do any of y'all agree with that?
To some degree, he's correct. He's correct because guess what? She is pushing in school that they stop teaching ABCs and they start teaching LBGTs. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. I said that nigga, her whole thing yesterday was catered to women and gay people and them niggas who follow they women.
And listen, hold on. Let me tell you something. Hey, let me tell you something. You said something real nice and nasty on their ass right now. She catered to women and who else?
Women, gays, and niggas who follow they women.
Okay. So now listen. Women do not have a problem with homosexuality. I don't have a problem with homosexuality, but women are more open to it. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of friends. I have homosexual friends, but they have more. I'll have like one or two. They'll have 30 of them. Okay. And they let their children rock like that. See, men are the ones that have a problem with homosexuality on the front line. You feel me? Real men don't care about homosexuality because they grew up around it. We got family members, we got children. You know what I'm saying? I got a son that's a part of the rainbow gang. I love him to death. I love him to life. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's gonna change that. But I don't want my son that I have that's 5 years old, about to be 5 years old, going to school, being taught LBGT instead of his ABCs. That's the only. I don't want you to tell my son that he has the right to have the choice to go to be a boy or a girl and come home and tell me what he gonna be. I'll beat his ass. Yeah, I say that right here on motherfucking E.B.H. Black Network on YouTube. I'll beat my son to the dirt. Okay? If he came home and told me, Dad, I'm a girl, but tomorrow I might be a boy, or tomorrow I might be, or the next day I might be both. And Dad, I go to the bathroom with girls now. Nigga, please, man. You tweaking. You can't tell me. Now you taking away my rights, my civil rights as being a God-fearing parent. So you're not going to change me against God, bro. So that's what Tyrese, I feel him on that. You're not going to question my sexuality. You're not going to question my belief. You're not going to touch that. Or we're going to go to war. Nigga, it's going to be a motherfucking spiritual motherfucking revolution, nigga. On my mama, nigga.
So why are we overlooking Kamala and the new Democratic Party? They're ushering all of those things in, started by Obama. They snuck it in on us with Obama. They did.
Well,
and now they just gonna try to finish. They're gonna try to finish the job with Kamala.
Take your kid out of school, you know what I mean, and homeschool them. There's online schooling. Like, if you don't like what's going on in the traditional school, you could take them out. You have that option. You could
put them
in
stop playing with me. Ma'am. No. She's talking to me. She's talking to me, ma'am.
You could put them in another school that doesn't have that structure going on in the school.
Catholic schools. I agree with that. Now you're talking. But don't tell me, I got the option to homeschool them or none of that. Actually, let's just leave it alone. Like when I went to school, we put our hand on our heart and we said the word God. They don't do that no more. So when you took God out of school, you took God out of when you take God out of education. Come on, is God not worth being part of the education? Do we not need to
Kamala,
educate?
Kamala
If
don't
in
want
general, all I'm saying is
that.
if in general, like, you know what I mean, we ultimately as parents have a decision of
So
how
we
we
just
want
supposed
to
to bow down
school.
to him, huh? We supposed to
No,
just bow down.
that's not what I said. That's not what I said.
That's what
I
you said.
said
You told me
we
to take
have
my
a
kids out and put them.
decision. You could put them in another school. You could homeschool them. You have options if you
So why do
don't
I have to
like
do
the
that?
structure
Why do I have to do that?
the school or
Let me ask you a
what's going
question.
on.
Why don't they just leave that out of school? Because it's
Yeah, hold
inappropriate.
on. Yeah, great question. Let me ask this question is going to cover that. Do you think majority of the people want their kids learning sexuality and homosexuality in grade school? Do you think the average person, the 68.2, the majority of people want that for their kids? And if not, why should they have to take that out of the schools versus that small percentage of supposed to be 10%, 20% of gay people in America? Why we got to change everything for that small percentage?
Because they have more rights than
Absolutely not. Nobody wants
because
their
they have
kids going to school
because they
learning
have
about that.
man, listen, dude. I don't want to hear that. They have more rights than the rest of the human beings. They got more rights than the rest of the human beings.
At
That's
the
all I'm
end
gonna
of
say.
the day, it's still your decision of what you want to do. You
That's true.
just
They
like we
do
were
got more
talking
rights.
I want to live like I grew up.
Tyrese.
I want my
You know
kids to
what
grow
I
up
mean?
like I did. How about that?
But that's not
You
the
still not
dynamic
fix me
of
to
what's
believe
going
that,
on right
girl.
now. So you
Don't
still
tell
have
me.
the option of
Why
what
is
you want to do. It's still your
changed it?
decision.
Who changed it?
Regardless who changed it or whatever, if you don't
Well,
like that structure, you have the option to
no,
take
it's
them
not.
out of there, put them in
It's not
another
even.
school, go to a private school, or
Yeah, but
homeschool them, or
I
have
think
them
you.
online schooling. It's still your
Yeah, but
decision.
No,
yeah,
we
but
can't
That's the
ignore
most
how
brilliant
it's
thing.
not like that.
no, but I agree with
That's what
that.
she's
What she's
doing, though.
saying,
That's what she's
what
doing.
she's
She's
saying is
saying
what
bow
she's.
down.
Yeah, but it's
That's
not
what she's
even
saying.
necessarily bow down. It's like she's right with what she's saying, but what PBR is saying is right also. It's like, why should I even have to maneuver and do all of this? Leave that shit out of it. Like, why is that even a problem? But I think y'all missing the whole point is that we don't write curriculum. So it's only 1% or 2% or 5% of people who are out there even writing curriculum. That's why the same school books and the same textbooks and the same curriculum is being recycled amongst all of the schools. And the teachers have in sessions and they have the teachers come in for weeks and go through these workshops and all of this so they can indoctrinate the teachers so that the teachers can indoctrinate the kids because they write curriculum. So we have to go to the top to find out who's writing it. Like, why are they choosing to have this curriculum written? And now, then that's what answers the question of them pushing agendas. Where now we have presidents who being elected who want to push, like you said earlier, want to go to the bathroom. Boys go with girls, and boys could play with girls sports. And now you get the choice to go to school and be gay or whatever at school, but then you go home and you got to be whatever you is at home. But school is considered a safe place for these kids. So most of the shit that they learning at the school. They not even learning that at home. Because when you take your kids to school, when you take your kids to school, they not your kids no more. Your kids now belong to the school. They not even yours no more. That's why when you want to get them back, you got to go sign them out. Like you really don't have no control over your kids because you don't write curriculum. The people who write curriculum is the people who got all of the control over your kids from 8 in the morning to whenever they get out. And them is the people who gonna really try to funnel ideas into your house. So your kids will come home and say stuff to you like, Dad, you can't say that. That's improper. Like my nigga, like I can say what I want to say in my house. But now you bring in the indoctrination that you got at school that was part of the curriculum, you bring it at home. That's one of the reasons why I want to open a school, is because I want to be able to teach kids how to have financial literacy and do certain things, so where that these kids go home and tell their parents like, oh, Dad, we bought a house and we got to go to escrow this weekend with the school, with the kids. And then it's now I could get home buying, home ownership, and different indoctrination or curriculum to the parents, but through the kids. And that's what they doing now. That's what I was telling y'all earlier when I went to my kids' school, and the lady was like giving the welfare check. Remember we were talking about the checking on the welfare of the kids, because they automatically assume, they already went to classes and workshops and whatever that said when the kid come into school in the morning looking sad, that the kid probably didn't eat breakfast, the kid probably come from a broken home, the kid probably did got a whooping this morning or has some attitude or whatever, like some form of dysfunction before they even get to the schoolhouse. So the school feel like they the refuge for the kids. But and like what I was telling y'all earlier, in my opinion, that's a prejudice, because then you start profiling kids. So then you start being like, oh, all these kids that come, like, even when they be like, that school over there is a failing school. Like, so they just assume that the kids in the inner city or at that school over there is failing because they come from fucked up homes. When really, like in Atlanta, they just had that big old lawsuit where like 300 and something people went to jail because the teachers was faking the test scores and finessing the shit on all of the stuff.
That's
So
why they talk like that. That's why they all talk like, oh, you can't understand them niggas, bro.
yeah, but they teachers been pushing them through, and they graduating high school and all of this and that,
Yeah,
and the
they all
teachers
got
be getting
diplomas.
these
Nigga can't
awards
even
and
talk, but
shit.
he got a diploma.
Same
Or
shit.
it could be, we could do a reverse action, since the school wants to bring everything into your household. If every parent who had a student that went to the school brought their issues into the school, they don't have enough people or resources to help every kid. If we did the reverse action, then they
That's
would
why they
stop
have
that. They would
That's why
stop
they
that
have
because
PTA. That's
uh
why they have PTA. Like, I
I
was sitting
know,
in a PTA
but
meeting the other
the,
day. I was sitting in one the other day.
each
Me.
classroom has about, on average, 25 to 30 kids,
Mm-hmm.
and there's not enough people in the school. If every kid came into the classroom with their problem in every class, if it was reversed the other way around, they don't have enough staff or enough support to
But that's not
support
their,
every kid.
like, I feel what you're
I
saying, but
mean, it could
that's
be
back to the,
reversed, but
but yeah,
if we
no, I
all
feel
got
what you're
together and
saying.
did the reverse action, you know
Yeah,
what I
I
mean?
feel
They
what you're
wouldn't be
saying,
able to
but
handle that.
yeah, but that's going more so to the victim side instead of holding these people accountable. Like, I don't need you to be one on one with my kid. I just need you to not introduce my kid to other outside shit. Like what Clarissa just put on there. Even if you take them out of school, you can't keep them from interacting with other kids and being taught shit that they could, they could still be exposed. And I agree
It's
with
just
that.
like watching
But
with on TV too. Like you
yeah,
can't help that, you
anywhere,
know what I
social
mean?
media.
Hey,
But
listen,
all that,
outside of anything outside of school, a parent
it's
should
fair
control.
game.
That
Yeah, that's
sounds
fair
dumb.
game.
That sounds
But
dumb.
school, no way, Jose. Not
That
in the
sounds
school
dumb.
building. Yeah,
So
not
That
in the
sounds
so let
school
dumb.
me say
building.
You're
this though.
irresponsible.
You
You're an
got
irresponsible child. Listen, hey man, I'm not tolerating no goofy shit. And you irresponsible as a parent if you don't control what's going outside of school with your child. You
Right.
should be able to control everything outside that school. Now, like Free said, when you put your child in that school game, they not yours no more. So why don't
Yeah.
want you teaching my children about no LBGT, nigga? On my mama. I do not want you to do that. I can
right.
talk to him about that, gang. The birds and the
So
bees, I don't need you to tell him, bro. Okay, so
so
listen. And let me wait, hold on, man. I'm not there. Y'all be running y'all chops. Listen,
man, I
bro.
ain't said shit in 30 minutes. Stop it.
Listen, bro.
But go ahead,
Listen, bro.
finish.
Listen, bro. The thing about homosexuality, listen to the word, man. Homo sapien means human being. Human sexuality. So there's no reproduction in the same sex. It's all about sex, bro. It has nothing to do with reproducing, having children. or anything. Okay? When they speak on homosexuals in the Bible, nigga, it's vengeance. There's no mercy. Nigga, there's no empathy or sympathy. It's called Sodom and Gomorrah. Don't look back or you turn it into salt. I don't have nothing against homosexual people, but that's all it's about, bro. Sex. What you want to do.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Nigga.
So
don't talk
the
that homo.
question is, go ahead.
And I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to.
So the question is, how did it get that way? Because if we're at the point now where we gotta rearrange our kids and all that other stuff, I feel like we're in a sad state. The way that it got into schools is because of our leadership. Do we know what critical race theory is? And critical race theory
ain't in every school though.
Huh?
But this gay shit isn't. Critical race theory isn't in every school, but this gay shit is in every school. No, and the reason why that is because you got to look at the lobbyists. Like, who is lobbying these people? Who's paying for the superintendent to be the superintendent? And you find out that in the ghetto and in the inner city is Planned Parenthood. And when you find out in the outer skirt cities, the Scottsdales and them places, the rich places, it's the fertility clinics. So really, in the inner city, they just killing kids, my nigga. It's just population control, and it might be organ harvesting, because when you leave the when you leave the abortion clinic, you don't take your baby with you.
And then check this out.
Organ harvesting.
So let me finish my thought. The reason why I brought up critical race theory, although it's not in every school as of this point, because it used to not be in schools at all, they're implementing it a little bit at a time under the guise of having a community that's already there. So that's why it's easier for them to get it in there. You have politicians like Kamala, like Obama, the new Democratic Party are the ones that's ushering that whole agenda in to make it normal. And my thing is, especially as women, why aren't y'all sensitive to this?
I'm gonna tell y'all from experience, bro. When I separated from my 20-year other half, my son was 10 years old. Okay, he was about 10 years old. I spent 10 years with her without him, and then 10 years with him. When I left, he was a little boy. Black, you remember my son? We used to play Fortnite together. You remember, right? You used to see him on camera with me, right? So what I'm saying is, when I left my son, he was a boy. When I no longer lived in that house, she gave him the freedoms, and also the school was teaching him about homosexuality. So when I'm no longer there under the roof to watch my son outside of school like a parent's supposed to, he turned full blossom into a girl. And his mama was okay with it, like you said, Black. They insensitive to it. I remember she was arguing with me. He can make that choice. They're teaching him in school. You know what I'm saying, right? Gang, okay? But then years later, as he's an adult now, did you know she had the nerves to say, man, I kind of regret that? And like, she basically somebody, I agree with you now. Like, he needed you. Like, you feel me? Because now she having arguments with the nigga on makeup.
How did that make you feel though, as a dad?
Hold on. You can ask me after this. Now she having arguments with him over the makeup. How about that? They're arguing over for Sephora now.
Make you feel as a dad?
It makes me feel like I failed. I don't blame nobody but myself. Okay? I'm not finna Tyrese it and blame Freeze and because he didn't cut my son hair right, or blame you because you didn't talk to him on Fortnite. You feel me? Right. Or blame Corinne because she didn't pull up on him and check him. You feel me? That's my fault, bro. I should have been a better a better lover, partner, father, all type of shit, nigga. And that would have been prevented.
It's so real that you say that because I got one of my sons, he played football and he really good. And the kids that is on his football field, they told him one day, like, bro, you act like a girl. And he wanted to fight. And he asked me, he's like, do I act like a girl? Like, they told me I act like a girl. And I said, yeah, bro, you do got some of your mama tendencies, like, and so it's funny because so I said that to say today, no, not today, yesterday, I was in a gas station and I was getting gas and the lady said, she was talking to somebody, the cashier was checking me out, but she was talking to some men over on the side behind the register as she was cashing me out. And when dude said something, she was like, girl, yeah, like, boom, boom. Now, at that moment, they were supposed to check her and be like, I ain't no girl, don't talk to me like that. So imagine these little kids, these little boys who at home with their mama and their mama talking to them just regular, having and like, girl, you should have, and then not really catching what they said. And these little boys is hearing these conversations. So then these little boys is saying stuff back to their mama like, period, or no, I ain't this and this, or moving, doing certain actions. And if ain't nobody checking it, if ain't nobody saying, like I tell my son, like, bro, that's what you be doing, that niggas be saying you act like a girl. And he'd be like, nuh-uh, I don't be. Yes, you do, bro. And if you don't never check it, it's just going to keep growing and growing and growing. And then they going to start questioning themselves because they really learned them actions from their mama who was right there around them. And their mama don't catch it because she's just interacting because they really single mamas and lonely and just want a friend. So they just build a friend out of their little boy. And it's a lot of, what's crazy is when I see a gay woman and then their son grow up to be a gay boy. That's crazy to me.
And so listen, that's why what's going on is evilest, bro. And like I said, man, I repeat, I can't stress it no more. I have nothing against homosexual people or what they do or what they believe. Have at it. Like batteries, I'm not included. Do your thing, gang. But now, when you start talking about raising children and letting homosexual teachers in class and stuff, hey man, that's child abuse, bro.
Yeah,
At
you
the bottom
changing the
line,
game. Yeah, you changing the game.
hey, that's child abuse. That's child abuse. And then another thing, on these commercials, when you see them AIDS commercials, it's always black gay people. I'm not even gonna talk no more, man. That's what it is.
Bro, I saw one of my kids.
I want to ask Corinne this question because from a woman's perspective, because I agree with you guys wholeheartedly that ends up happening, that environment ends up taking over the household because the man isn't there to check certain behaviors, because the mother is a loving being unconditionally, and she's going to love her child unconditionally, right or wrong or indifferent, so she doesn't have that same calibration as maybe a man have with that tough love or tougher love. My question to you, Corinne, is here's a good statement that Katie Love, shout out to you, Katie. She said exactly that's why she allowed her kid to move across the country with the father, because there's certain things that she can't teach him because she's too soft. Now, how do a woman get to that point where she could realize that? Because a lot of women aren't realizing that. Is that a pride thing? Is it an ego thing? Is it a possession thing? Why aren't more women understanding what Katie Love so eloquently stated?
Was that the question to me?
Yes.
Okay. So, me and my statement, I'm not the average woman with the average woman opinion. It's not average. I totally think way different than the average woman. So I could relate to that because I have been divorced and I have girls, so I don't have a son, so but I've raised my younger brothers, younger siblings, and some kind of experience, but I can't fully attest to raising a son because I don't have one. But My younger daughter stays mostly with her dad, and he's remarried, and I kind of like that because it's the structure of, you know, a married man and woman, and I believe that's very important to have the male and woman, you know, role models inside the house. So I always encourage that, and I always encourage my older daughter to, visit her dad as often as she wants to. He's also remarried and has that structure. And I know we spoke about this before, that I feel like I failed my daughters because I couldn't give them that example of growing up in our household, of being married and being together, and showing them what relationship is supposed to look like. So that's my answer.
But why would you think that a woman won't realize that it takes a man to raise a boy? Because if I
Possession,
had a
you said
daughter
it.
and the daughter stayed with me, I know at some point, especially during puberty, I need to get her with her mom. Like,
Yeah, but
why
you
don't
said it
that's just
already.
that's
It's
just logic.
possession, though, bro.
So
It's
why don't
possession.
that work in the adverse?
No, it's possession. You said it already. Like the only connection, like let's just say my baby mamas, right? The only connection my babies have, the only connection my baby moms have to me is the kid, my nigga. You take the kid away from them, they have no more connection to me. The connection to me is over with. So it's a total possession thing, my nigga. And I applaud and commend Corinne for being able to kind of like give up a piece of her daughter to her dad to be with the other family and do what she's doing, whatever. Because it is gonna benefit her daughter in the long run. But there's some other mothers out there where they want to keep that kind of control, where now we dealing with child support. Now we gotta go to court. Now at least I get to talk to you when we picking and dropping off. I get to interact. If I'm just sending a picture of what the kid did today or what they wore, it's always a form of attachment. And I think that that's just strictly possession, bro. Like back in the day on Animaniacs or one of them commercial cartoons, when the girl used to say, "I want to love you and squeeze you and keep you for my very own." Like that's really how this shit really be, bro. Like, and some women cuddle their kids and hug them like they kids, to where a woman would tell you, like, "Give me my child." Like, how is it your child when it came out of my balls? Like, you just incubated it and grew it, but it's really my child. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole play, my nigga, with that. Like, once
That
if a
and that's the importance of man. What you just said right there. The soul comes from us. You feel
right,
me?
but that
I
goes back to
I
what
want
Big
to add
Pun.
to what I was saying too. It was the single most hardest thing I ever had to do. I just want to add that
I bet it
there.
was. No, I bet it
I bet
was
it
hard. It
was.
ain't easy to just let your kid move out. Like shit, me taking my kids to college is hard in the motherfucker, and they grown. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. But what I'm saying is, like, just from personal experience, sometimes you could be like, a girl can love you so much, or a dude can love that girl so much, that now I don't get that pussy no more, that I don't even want to see the child, because I gotta see you, I gotta interact with you, I gotta something with you to see that child. But if we not fucking around no more, now I gotta let it really get all the way out of my system, where I don't desire you or want nothing from you or nothing at all. Then we can interact over the kids. But before a man like solely get that out of his system, it's hard. And for a woman too, especially, and I think sometimes it takes longer for a woman, because my nigga, women be feeling, they be having them emotions, they be wanting to hold on to it. Like, but a nigga, man, please, niggas don't even really be emotionally attached anyway. They just be wanting the pussy. But yeah, you take you man, women, to them, it's even at the hospital when she have the baby, it ain't your baby, it's her baby from the hospital. Like, nigga, they go to filling out the paperwork and all of that. Like, you ain't even gotta be there, and they can fill out all the paperwork, nigga, and be gone. You can't go there and do all of that without her. She can't have the baby and then you fill out all the paperwork and try to take that motherfucker. They not playing them games, but she could do it. Right.
Yeah, Katie says women are emotionally driven creatures, and unfortunately, we don't think logically and without control.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah. And
In
when a
my life
nigga do
as
that,
I am, shout out to you. She says it's a form of pride in her trying to pull you down by using the son as leverage to emotionally manipulate you.
man, that's real.
So I just thought about Tyrese in this situation too. He going through this too, but that's why the dynamics are so weird. But we're just talking about, should they allow that stuff even in school? I don't think so. That's the agenda that the Democrats are pushing, and I'm just not with it at all. It doesn't have anything to do with Kamala being a woman, because I could pick things out to say that, but we're not even going there because I don't even like the presence that she brings. Her command presence isn't there for me. But hey, whatever. I'm just looking at the policies at this point because they will have they will have a debate, and I'll be open to hear what they have to say as far as debates.
Yeah, she don't got no policies, bro. She not standing on nothing. She's just standing on the fact that I'm a woman and fuck with me. And I'm gonna let y'all have abortion. Y'all gonna be able to have abortion. I'm gonna put Roe versus Wade back in play where y'all could kill kids. And we finna get right back to moving like we was doing, and population control. Planned Parenthood finna boot back up. They finna nigga like it's finna just go back to status quo. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that's fucked up about it all though is, like, I was talking to a dude today, and it don't matter. He don't care about the policy. He don't care about nothing. It's just simply the fact that it's a black woman, bro. And that's gonna be the biggest hurdle that you're gonna have, that most people gonna have to get over with dealing with with voting for her or not voting for her. Because like even last night at the Democratic thing, they kept showing the one young man with the half-breed looking little girls holding his girls up. She had the little girl on the stage with her. Like, that's the whole push. It's like, I want my daughters to see this one. Like, think about me. I got 10 daughters. So you don't think I don't want my daughters to see a black woman become the president and empower them and make them feel like they can do whatever? So it's kind of like, it go both ways, bro. It go both ways. And that's really they whole push, and that's all they playing on. It's more women than men. It's way more women than men. So if she can just get the woman vote, she gonna win. But you got to think, it's also a lot of women out there who just don't want a woman in control. It's a lot of women out there
Yeah,
in the world that just ain't
that's a
following
big
a woman.
point right there. Because what I think is going to happen is all the way up into that point, the sisterhood are going to be together, real hubris. But then when they get in those voting booths, when it ain't nobody watching them, I think a lot of those, especially white women, are going to vote with their husband. That's what I think.
Yeah, of course. Just like a lot of people said they didn't vote for, I ain't voting for Trump. How that nigga win? They like, I ain't
Yeah.
voting for that nigga won. Shit, a lot of y'all was in there in that booth, nigga, when y'all closed the curtain. And
Right. On the slick. Right.
Yeah, just because it's your vote. Like, it is what it is. But
And
it
a lot
just,
of people do the mail-in vote too. That's how I vote. I mail in my votes. So
yeah, like it's personal. It's yours. It is what it is. But the thing that's fucked up about it is, like I was saying just a moment ago, it's gonna be hard for people to get over that hurdle of a black woman. That's why they brought Michelle to speak. They had the lady from Arizona who got shot in the head, Gabby Giffords. They had her speak. They had, like, my nigga, that was like woman empowerment. They had Pink
They had
singing with
Oprah.
they had Oprah, nigga. They had, like, this was they pulled out all the strong women, bro. Like this was a woman. This was strictly women's empowerment. Like just think about what the rest of the world is looking at us thinking. Like what the fuck is going on over there? Like and it ain't even about the fact that a woman gonna be the president because Germany is a world power and Germany got a lot of money and ruled a lot of shit and they got a woman president. So it's not about having a woman president or not. It's just about turning this into a feminist movement in order to get a woman president. Is what's fucked
Well,
up.
it is because there's never been in the history of America a woman president. So
Right, because they've
it
never
is
in the
about
history
it.
of but in the history of America, they never pushed the agenda of the woman being the
I mean,
breadwinner,
it was it
the
was
dominant person. Like that's what
yeah,
I was
it was
saying earlier. How
premeditated from the get go.
yeah,
Since the
that's what I
beginning.
was.
Yeah.
But that's what I was saying a moment ago when I was speaking of how she got out the helicopter with her husband, but she had the business work suit on and he had on the lounge, kick it with the jeans, with the shirt untucked, with the suit blazer, like with the sneakers. Like all of this shit is scripted. Like these people is in there, like they got like if you watch the movie Annie and these other movies where people running for president and they got them personal people with them telling them, no, you got to wear this, you got to put this tie on. You got to do it this way. You got to do it this way. No, you got to say this. Like, no, let us read your speech. Like, no, you can't say that. You got to say this, or no, you down in the polls over here. You gotta pander a little more to these people. You got to this to get the polls up over here. Like we know how this process works. So when
I
we
have a theory. I,
go
I
ahead, what's
think
your
that
theory?
I think that all the males in politics or the powers that be are entertaining themselves right now. They're like, okay, you want to see how the America's going to be with a woman ruling it? Okay, entertain us. And I think that's the only reason why they're going to let it fly. I mean, they were entertained by the whole pandemic thing, and so that was just, can we really do it, and let's see how everybody's going to react. So I have this theory that they're going to let it go on and you know have her serve a term, or depending on how the state of the United States is going to be after she's in office for a year or two, and then pull her back.
No, I feel you, but my theory is more so kind of like they're showing up. Like now you got YouTube and you got all of these different conspiracy theorists where they talk about the elites and they be like, the elites is who really run the world, the country, this and that. It don't matter if you on this side or this side. It don't matter this and this. It's all about the elites and their agenda. And I think that right now they're just showing, like when you say like playing a game, I think they are playing a game and they laughing in our face. Like, here, look, we like the elites is like, oh, this is what y'all want. This is where we gonna push the agenda. We gonna push the agenda all the way to the gays and the lesbians for population control, so we can get Planned Parenthood back open. Like we gotta like back to what I was saying earlier. Like we gotta look at who the lobbyist is. Who are the people funding these people? Why are they giving these people money? Why do they have certain like? Why is certain stuff in certain neighborhoods and not in other neighborhoods? Like all of this shit is for a reason. Like that's why when you go to court and different things to even build something, you got to have it zoned. Like if you want to open up a liquor store or a restaurant or whatever, you got to go through zoning hearings and see if you can even get your shit zoned to put it in certain places. So I'm sure you got to have certain zoning to have an abortion clinic to kill humans. It's got to be a certain zoning zone to where they only allow you to build them in certain places.
And it costs
So
money. So I mean,
yeah,
to
but
run,
think about,
even run
but you
for
gotta, but you,
be an election, you got to pay for it. It
but you
costs
gotta think about
money.
it. Think about this though. Think about the biggest trick they ever played on the black community. They get the black male to have promiscuous sex with a black woman. They are just out fucking having promiscuous sex. He buying liquor, he going to the club, they smoking, they kicking it, they doing whatever, they just fucking having fun. She get pregnant. Then the black male got to go sell drugs, hustle, steal, do whatever to come up with the money to pay them to kill the baby. And in the process of it, he might go to jail, and they win off of him going to jail. They win off of you killing the baby, so one less nigga that we got to worry about. And now the woman, she gonna be mentally fucked up because by the time she in her 20s, she might have had if you saw the thing about the two girls who got killed in Atlanta or whatever, one of the girls was 30. One of the girls was 27 with 4 kids. Had her first kid, and her oldest was 13. So that means she had her first kid when she was 14, and by the time she's 27, she got 4 kids. Like, my nigga, this shit is the agenda of the elites, and they gonna use the regular people to pander and play with us, and it's just gonna keep going. Now, like I was telling one of my buddies earlier today, it used to be about oil and all of these different things. Like right now, gold is at $2,500 an ounce. Like it's at the all-time high. Interest rates is at like 6.4% for houses and different shit. So all of this shit is set up, my nigga. Like America can't make no more money off of gas and oil no more. The Saudis ain't fucking with us no more. Now they part of the whatever that shit they started, BRIC. So now they not even fucking with us no more. So now the American dollar ain't circulating gas no more. So now we don't even got that to hold over people's head no more for our money. So now our money now is only gonna be based on interest rates, motherfucking inflation, all of this bullshit, the shit that ain't even real. So now American money the bubble is just gonna get bigger and bigger to where the bubble gonna pop. And these other countries is looking at us laughing like this shit is crazy. Because in the next 20 years, it's gonna be a whole nother country, China or whoever, they money gonna be way up here, our money gonna be down here, and then we gonna be having to come up with, it's gonna be like it's gonna be weird prices, like, oh nigga, our gas is $8 a gallon, but it ain't even gonna matter because our $8, and we're gonna be saying, oh, it's inflation. $8 is really now only what $4 used to be back in 2020. Like, and they just gonna keep playing the inflation game with us because it's all based on interest rates. So everything that you buy in America, everything that you buy, you gotta pay interest if you get it on the signature. That's why other countries don't even take credit. There's a lot of countries that don't even fuck with credit or none of that because they don't even want to base their economy on interest.
Cuba don't do no credit. You go to Cuba, nigga, they ain't taking no credit cards.
You go to Africa and them places, my nigga, ain't no paying your rent once a month and this and that. You got to pay your rent for the year.
Yeah.
And ain't no credit, ain't no none of that. Like, they not playing them games because they not building their economy on inflation. But America is basing their economy on interest rates and inflation. So I tell my friends all the time, like, as a black community, the only thing that we don't get out of our community is interest because we don't have no stake in our community. Where other communities, other nationalities, or other communities, the people within the community have stake in the community. So the government has stake in all the states and in all these communities. So the way they gonna kill the game is just with interest rates. So that's why now if you watch the news, all they really talking about is interest rates and house prices and real estate and inflation of groceries and all these different things because we don't got no other way to make money no more.
You know how you solve all that, gang? You know how you solve everything you was just talking about for the past like 10 minutes?
How
you solve all that by how they segregated how they desegregated people of cultures and colors. We have to socially desegregate the social status. What I'm saying is that there shouldn't be a person down here and a person up here. Once you bring it like this, then the world gonna turn better, bro. You feel me? That social status, that's always been the trick. Look, you said they trick people, right? The biggest trick was to tell somebody he was poor and the other person was rich. That's the biggest trick the devil ever pulled, my nigga. To tell you because you don't have $10 million in your account and I do, that means you're poor to me.
No, I agree with you. But at the same time, just because we feel that way doesn't change the fact that we live in a country that's based on a system of that.
No, I ain't talking about this country. I'm talking about the whole
but I'm just saying anywhere
I'm talking about the whole world.
Right, but anywhere we may exist, that's why based on who's ever in power in that area is who gets to determine how the people do it.
See, why you think Jesus hung around prostitutes, the homeless, the blind, the sick, the ill, the unfortunate? Jesus didn't hang out with all of them. That's why they killed him. Because it's like, why you ain't up here with us wearing these rubies and these diamonds? And then hanging out with the high priest, since you talking about God. Nah, Jesus was at the bottom wearing XJ. If Jesus was here today, he'd be wearing XJ 900s or some Shacks.
Hey, they say it's easier for a poor man to get into heaven than a rich man or some shit, like squeezing through a eye of a needle or some shit.
Yeah.
But I agree with all of that. I'm with that 100%. But that still doesn't change the fact that we live in a country that you got to pay rent to, like your rent where you stay. How much is your rent? $3,000, $4,000 a month, nigga?
$3,500.
Nigga, and they want they $3,500 every 30 days, man. That's what? How much is that? $100 a day to live there?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nigga, that's a nigga, and they standing on it. They don't care about that Jesus was with a prostitute. They not tripping on what we believe or whatever, nigga. They gonna file an eviction notice and they gonna try to get fees and they gonna get a court judgment and have you evicted, man.
Yeah.
Right, and that's all based on who's in charge. That's why what we talking about is so valid when we speak of who gonna be the president or who gonna be the councilman, who gonna be the superintendent of the schools, who gonna be in all of these positions of power. Because whoever's in these positions of power is who writing the rule book for the masses of people. Right. Yeah. My nigga was talking about immigration earlier, like Kamala Harris, my nigga, she's the border czar, and she said she ain't never been to the border. She said like some gangster shit, like I ain't never been to Europe. Like, goddamn, like, but that ain't your job, ain't the prime minister, the ambassador to Europe. Your job is the border czar. You should at least been to the border, my nigga. That's your job title.
Yeah.
You know
I don't think she's qualified.
Like that,
I don't think she's qualified to be the president of the United States. And this is just based on the fact on the lack of experience. You just said she never been to the border. That's something that's, if you're going to run for the presidency of the United States, you should have been to the border by now, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she ain't worried about that shit because the elites is finna usher her right on in because they the puppet master.
And then Trump, the reason why I felt okay with Trump because the United States is ran like a company. So he was perfect for the job.
Yeah.
And not to mention, Trump was at the wall, I think, yesterday.
You feel me?
Trump, yeah, he was, but Trump got a bad rep, my nigga. Like even though his policies is on point, I fuck with his policies. I fuck with a lot of his views and a lot of way he arranged shit for businesses and for this country. But that nigga be fucking up, bro. Like it be like in the same speech where he had me like, yeah, I'm fucking with this nigga. He had in the same speech it had me say, man, fuck this old racist ass.
Yeah, bruh, he did that to me today. I was watching him. He was like, hey, what's going on with the school systems? They want to teach your kids about homosexuality. I'm gonna do away with that. He was like, what's up with the inflation? I'm gonna make it affordable to buy groceries again. Hey, I see Sheriff Joe Arpaio. Salute. That's a real man. I'm like, oh my God, did you just shout out Sheriff Joe Arpaio?
You know that's his partner. Remember,
okay, so wait a minute though. So all right,
that's a partner when Arpaio got found guilty at the prison here when he had his family working at the jail here and they had all the vending machines and all that. and they was stealing all the money all them years. Trump gave him a pardon. That's his partner, my nigga.
We gotta understand that he is a politician, and I don't think I'm gonna like anybody all the way across the board.
No.
True enough, he might have said something.
He a politician, I think the main thing you should say is we got to remember he's a white man.
Yeah, he's a white man.
Let me finish what I'm saying because I understand what I'm saying.
Please hit it on the nail.
It could be true.
He's a white man.
I get all that. This is a white country, but what I'm saying is not even on that line. He's a politician. He's going to try to placate to the people that he's talking to. When he's in Arizona, he's speaking Arizonan. Now, he might have mentioned somebody that was unbecoming. Okay, we could use that as a strike against him. No different than when he says he don't know anything about Project 2025, when that's an obvious lie. Like, I'm not saying that the man walk on water, but what I do know is if I was to put what he say on the scale, is more beneficial than not. Versus if I do that with Kamala, it's the opposite of that. Because I don't like Trump like that, but I know that if I had to compare the two, that there is a contrast difference and that they have two different agendas. And her agenda is demonic. Sorry. What if Trump higher than that?
What if Trump is like really a good guy? Like, you know, what if he was like he really for everybody and the people, and he's really a genuine, kind-hearted man? Because he freestyle. When he was out there in Arizona today, he was freestyling. You feel me? He didn't have no motherfucking
no filter.
Yeah, he didn't have no handwritten notes and stuff in front of him. Man, that dude be up there freestyling. And if a man can speak from the heart like that in front of thousands and millions of people and not stutter, you got to be the truth, gang. See, Kamala can only talk like that because she's used to talking like that because she's a lawyer, a liar. You know what I'm saying? I can never trust a lawyer. I can't trust a lawyer. I'm gonna just be real. I can't trust a lawyer, bro. Listen, I tell you this all the time, Black. There's this video game that I play called Tropico, and you can design your president. You can build your president and make your official, right? And the background stem from like entertainer, singer, law enforcement, lawyer, doctor. But when you do this, right? So say I pick one that's a doctor. Well, the default about that, bro, is when I pick that doctor dude to become the president, he always want to work on the health system and shit. And he make the country hella healthy. Nobody's sick. But in other things, he's messed up. Like, you know, like agriculture or something like that. But if I pick a farmer as a president, then boom, he going to make the agriculture. You know, it's like that. Kamala Harris is a lawyer. So you understand that on that video game, it's simulating about real life. So when we throw her in office, if she wins, you can expect that this is gonna turn into a law and order type of environment. That's all I want to say about that right there, though. Okay, you heard me.
Yeah.
And then there's all these social vibrational systems in each country. I don't know if you guys know about caste. Like, it's big in India where the Dalits or the Sikhs, or, you know, depending on what the religion, but they all look alike, are treated differently or looked upon or experience some kind of racism. I mean, you could name it in like Germany, you know, the whole, you know, what do you call it, with against the Jewish. They all looked alike. Like, how do you, based on religion and social status? I mean, there's so many examples. It's like that'll never go away, because based on your social status, you could still look like someone. Like in Vietnam and Cambodia, you know, with the whole Pol Pot thing, they all looked alike, but they were, you know, treated differently because of their social beliefs or their religion. And very few countries ever put it to law. Like, you know, each country has that so-called caste system that's not necessarily part of the law, but you are treated differently but you all look alike based on what your beliefs are, or what your religion is. So it's an ongoing debate, and unless I don't know how you solve that, but it all, we could say we don't like certain things, but the majority of people are gonna feel a certain type of way. It's just like, they do a lot of studies on, there's 4 people who, they say, hey, what color do you think this is? And everybody says, oh, it looks like it's pink. And then you have the third person say, well, it's like salmon. But then, they do a different color, and everybody was like, oh, it's an army green. And she thinks it's more a brighter green or a lime green. But eventually, as they're going through the color line, and then she's the one person who says the color is different, she eventually says what everybody else is saying because she feels out of place or whatever. So I don't know, but there is like caste systems, and it goes back to all the things we were saying, because the majority of the people are gonna win regardless.
Well, I know one thing. It's not a myriad of opinions when it comes to if abortion is right or not. There's not a myriad of opinions when it comes down to should they teach homosexuality and sexuality in schools. There's not a bunch of myriad of opinions when it comes down to should your kid be able to love who they want to love. There's either you agree with it or you don't. One person is saying they don't agree with it. One person says they do. Now, where are people getting off saying, well, I don't like him because he's a white man, even though he's talking about what we agree with, we don't personally like him because we feel some type of way. So we're going to go with the person that's telling us they're going to do all these things that we don't want, but we're going to pick that person because we like them. Like, how do you think other countries look at that? Like, we don't have no control. It's the agenda for me.
Man, let me just tell you, man, it's a sick little world we die in. You hear me?
Man, say that.
It's a sick little world we die in.
A couple of these comments and see what other people think out there. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Kamala is competent enough to run this country. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't think she's competent enough to run this country.
And you got to remember that she becomes Mama Kamala Harris. You feel me? She's responsible for you.
But politics has never been about competency.
It's not. It's not.
Right. So why is the question even brought up whether we think she's competent or not, when we know that the system is not put in place for competency? It's based on.
I'm gonna tell you why. It does take competency. You don't have to be the smartest person in the world. You don't have to be a Harvard grad to be the president. No, it don't. But it does take competency. And what I mean by competency is when you're approached with situations, you can't sit there and defer to somebody all the time. You can't be like, hold on, let me go back to the cabinet and find out what we gonna do. Let me find out, because you don't have no ideas of your own.
But that's why they exist. That's why they exist.
What I mean by competency is you have a plan. The plan is written out. It's a comprehensive plan, and there's a way to competently to execute the plan. Not sit there and say, "Oh, I'm going to give everybody $25,000 for first home buyers." Where are you going to get the money from? Because we already lost money because you want to open the borders. So now we all have all this money going places that we don't need it to go. But you telling us that we're going to.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
So where does that money come from? And then when you ask her that and she doesn't have an answer, That's what I mean by competence.
Yeah, I agree with you, Black. I'm not disagreeing with you, but what I'm saying is the presidency position has never been based on competency. That's all I'm saying.
It's never been based on intelligence, but competency. I would argue that it takes competency. You can't be the president of the free country, the most powerful person in the country, and have no competency, or little competency, or average competency. Like Trump is not an average competent person. Trump is high level competent. Even Bush, he wasn't intelligent, but he was definitely competent. And that's pushing it, but he was competent because they were able to get over every agenda that they wanted to, include 9/11. He just played dumb. Well, it wasn't too hard to play dumb, but that's what I mean by the intelligence. But he's very competent. I just don't think Kamala has an idea of what it is that she's getting herself into, but she doesn't need to, because when she get in, the people are going to pull her strings. She's not going to be one. No different than Obama. He didn't really do nothing either. But he was competent and intelligent. So it goes down to what y'all say. It might not even matter, like you say. You might be right. It don't even matter. You might be right. I don't know. You might be right. Let's see. Clarissa says, I think the Electoral College is choosing Trump. That's why Biden dropped out, because Trump's reps wouldn't have struggled against him. But against a black woman, that's an easy win. I would kind of agree. Let me see what she said. Oh, she says two. Okay. Clarissa says two. Katie Love says two. Let me rephrase the question in. Do you think that she can run the country in a way that we will thrive in the ways that she's saying in her speech? Put a 1 in the chat if you think she can. Put a 2 in the chat if you think she can.
I mean, I think that she is, because she can, obviously, because she has a support system. She's no different from an artist. They might write the song, or have an idea of how they want to write the song, write the hook, but they still need their manager. They still need a stage. They still need the sound engineer. They still need the people who run the music. You know what I mean? Like, you just can't perform just by yourself because you wrote a song and you wrote the hook to your music. You still need all the other elements of it, but you are the face of it. But there's all these other elements that are playing in the background. So I mean,
I agree.
Again, it's not about being competent. You don't have to be competent because you're the face of it and you have all these other people. I mean, they don't even write their own speeches. Somebody else wrote what she said.
You don't want a competent president?
I mean, we would appreciate one, but at the same time, that's not a requirement to be the president of the United States.
It's very much, I disagree. I think it very much so. You have to be competent to be the president. But I feel you. But what I know about Trump is not being
like I said,
by no string.
Listen,
that's like all those other presidents you talk about that's sitting up there that really just the face of the franchise. I agree. Man, but
let me tell y'all about Papa Trump. Papa Trump is a true blue American, nigga. Let me tell you for one reason. He got more in common with black people than Kamala Harris do, because he didn't been shot before, and he got felonies. And he got felonies, nigga. So if you don't think that's a true blue, I always said, man, why
embezzlement
that's been in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And Trump been in trouble, gang.
Embezzlement, tax fraud. I mean, we could go down the whole.
Hey, Trump a true blue nigga, gang. Don't try to take nothing from that gang member, man. That's on my mama, nigga. Trump is a true blue American, gang, and I can trust him to be a fuck nigga or stand up guy. No matter what. If he do some fuck shit, Nigga, that's Trump. He known for it. Like, let's don't start playing stupid. Dude known for doing some shit. But do we do some real nigga shit? Like he said today. And I ain't even no Trump supporter, gang. I'm just telling you what it is. Hey man, that man Trump said, man, he said, when I get back in office, there won't be no more wars. I'll end the Georgia. He said, I'll end the excuse me, not Georgia. He said, I'll end the war in Ukraine. He said, I'll stop the hideousness that's going on in the Middle East. Like, you feel me? He said, man, when I was president, was there anything popping off? Like, no. Trump is about, listen, man, Trump is a real, like, all right, listen, if America was a four-corner hustler, right? Was at the intersection of International, nigga, in East Oakland, nigga, that's America, right? Kamala Harris and them letting everybody do the shooting, they like, his business is fucked up. Nigga, no money being made. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nigga can't even get no grind off. Then you got to pay 30% high prices on groceries. Gases keep jumping up and down like a seesaw. So you can't get no comfortability in that department. So Trump like, man, let me get the block back so it can be peaceful and quiet. Nobody's getting shot at and everybody's getting money and the groceries are back down to a normalcy level. You heard me? That's all. You know, like I said, I ain't no Trump supporter, but hey, man, you got to go with the naked eye can see, dude. And a lot of y'all be having blindfolds over your eyes. So you got a nigga blindfolding leading you to the pathway. You know what I'm saying? Trying to give you got a blind man trying to get you through the split through the Red Sea, nigga. And he blind. Nigga, you better get right. You know what I mean?
Well, we gonna see. Because the debate
I mean, you don't have to see to touch your feet and know whether it's water or not. I mean, you know, since you made the analogy of a blind man in the Red Sea, I mean, that doesn't take eyesight.
See,
that's not what I meant, though. You little slick ass mouth.
Ain't no way I'm about to leave myself
slick, curly
based on no water on my feet.
I was just saying, like, that was like Moses led them through the Red Sea. Well, you got a blindfolded nigga leading you through the Red Sea. What if you're not taking you through the right way? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, he just leading you. Like, people was out here following motherfuckers that, like these celebrities.
Float. Get on your back and float.
Get on your back and float. Hey, that's real, huh? Like, get on your back and float. But you know, the Egyptians was coming, so. You know, they had to hurry up.
They was on their ass.
They was on their heels, gang. Like, we got to just keep it real, gang. They was on their heels, gang. You know what I'm saying? But to be honest, like, if I had to pick one, right? You know how your parents say when you was younger, like, do you want this for dinner or you want that for dinner? And you like, I don't want neither one. You better pick one or you're not eating. So if we had to pick one or we not breathing no more, I'm going to just go with what I know. I'm like, that's like, you know what I'm saying? Me trying to go out into the dating field, man. And I'm really ain't into it. My gab ain't strong. It ain't my gab knife is dull. It's like a butter knife. I don't know what to say no more. I've been with the same girl for 50 years. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm back out here. We separated for a moment. She like, go figure out what you want to do. And you just go out there and you try to cast yourself back into the sea. And you trying to gab at something, now you meet a broad named Kamala Harris, you feel me? You like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, with your ex is working with you, already know what's going on. Kamala, she said some good shit, but then she started talking about, yeah, you know, when we have a child, it's going to be okay for him to learn his LBGTs and shit, you know, not his ABC. You feel me? I'm just going to go back. I'm just going to go back home, tell baby I love her. You know what I'm saying? Let's work this out. Trump. Get on back in office, man. We love you, gang. Let's work it out.
Okay, let's be honest before we leave here. They both almost had 4 years. Put a 1 in the chat if Trump was the better president. Well, I won't say the better president. Was their administration better than the current administration? And put a 2 in the chat if the current administration is better.
And let's be honest about this too, blood. Man, I ain't seen Kamala Harris the whole 4 years, gang, until this election shit. Let's just be real. Where y'all see her pop out at, bro? She was in the house, bro. She was in the White House hiding. She said she never been overseas or whatever, all of this stuff. Come on, gang. Man, dude. Just tell me where she been at the whole time, bro. What has she done? Because she got hella shit to do now. She's like, I'm gonna sweep the floors, I'm gonna mop, I'm about to clean the countertops, I'm washing the dishes, I'm gonna cook a meal tonight. But the whole time you've been in there for 4 years, what have you done? I mean, anybody out there that support Kamala Harris, please just tell me what she done. Because she ain't locking up nobody, because them niggas in Chicago killing left and right. And you supposed to be some type of district attorney. That don't disgust you, woman, to see them little kids dying out there 11, 12, 13, 14 years old right now, nigga, in Iraq. What time is it? Yeah, a 15-year-old died twice today. For sure.
And look at California. Look at the state California in. Like, that's where she come from. I mean, like,
I know.
Why are we not paying attention to this? That's what I don't understand.
Exactly. But she got big promises, man. She about to I'm gonna get a new washer and dryer. I'm gonna get the house painted. She got all type of shit she gonna do. But what have you done for me lately?
New shingles on the roof. New shingles on the roof.
A new washing machine. Yeah, new washing machine. You stupid.
That's what she promising. Listen, I heard her the other day, bro. She was up there talking about
we're gonna get a gardener.
Listen, she said all the new appliances she was getting for the House of America. She said she was gonna sweep and mop the floors. She said she was gonna get new marble countertops, brand new refrigerator. She said she was finna get some man, she said all type of shit, bro. She said all type of shit. She was like, she was gonna replace the swamp cooler for AC. That's what she said, bro.
Clear out the gutters.
Bro, yeah, bro. What is she talking about, bro? Why are you talking all this shit that we haven't seen done? Oh, we're gonna make America affordable again? Stop lying. Because if that shit was true,
no, they made America unaffordable.
Bro, I just said we're gonna make America unaffordable again. She just said she gonna. You didn't hear what she said yesterday? She said, I'm gonna make sure that Americans can buy a new car, buy that new house. Bitch, you selling pipe dreams, nigga. You selling pipe dreams. That's what she doing. And people smoking it up. She got all these women and these LBGT niggas out here ready to fill the schools up with rainbow flags and all type of shit. You heard me?
He said fill the school up with rainbow flags.
I'm not lying. It's not going to be red, white, and green, blue no more. It's going to be a rainbow flag with the stripes in there, nigga. I mean, with the stars, nigga, with rainbow stars. America has turned fruity pebbles, nigga, and I ain't afraid to say it.
Hey, I was watching a thing the other day, and they showed the
okay, before we get kicked off, we have the 3-hour mark. I love it. I love it.
That didn't say before we get kicked off. Hey, I didn't say nothing, bro.
No, you didn't say nothing. You was really, really good today. You was really, really eloquent. You was good. I want to shout out Kenny for hacking in, Caitlin for hacking in, My Life As I Am for hacking in, Miss Nikki from the you already know what it is. Talk to me delicately. Thank you for hacking in.
Yeah, tap in. We're gonna be on Facebook. We're gonna be on Facebook Live tomorrow, man. Tap in with the gang.
Yeah. Katie Love, thank you for hacking in. Hope y'all hit the subscribe button, hit that red, you feel me in the corner. So then that way you can be part of the Up Gang. So you can see the 3 Kangs, E.B.H. Black Show, and whatever show we got on. We're gonna be on that Thursdays at between 7:30 and 8 every Thursday. You can catch us on the Facebook Live. Go to the Powerball Rich and get in.
Yeah, man. We be shooting the shit, just talking shit. It's the shit talking show. But we do it respectfully.
Marissa say, never saw her, just saw Biden fall over the place, so I'm glad he fell out of this race.
Oh, that was a bar. Hey, let me get a feature, gang. You know what I'm saying?
That is a bar.
Feature. I need a
That
feature.
boy said, "Let me get a feature."
Let me get a feature. That was a bar. She just barred it up, nigga. Man, hold on. Put that back up one more again. That was a bar. Never saw her. I just saw and that's on my mama. I ain't never seen her the whole 4 years. All of a sudden, you want to pop out the White House. Girl, you was talking shit on the internet. Bye. She was in the house, nigga, talking shit through a server. You hear me?
She said
So,
sometimes you
ladies
gotta
first,
pop
Miss
out and show them.
Clarissa. Not Miss Clarissa, I'm sorry. Copa. Any last words?
Thank you for having me as always. I always appreciate your time and your conversation with you gentlemen, intellectual gentlemen, might I add.
I'm an
It's always a pleasure.
I'm an intellectual gangster from the South.
Freeze, what you got for us, brother?
Man, just do your research.
Yeah, that's the first thing you better do. You better do your research before you come talking up to all that jazz, man. Cause we gonna what Black say, we gonna debunk your shit, nigga.
Debunk your shit.
And you sneak dissing ass rappers, man. We know what you want, gang. We gonna surprise.
He would not let it go. Oh, that's your last words?
What?
Any last parting shots?
I said, yeah, to you sneak dissing ass rappers. We know what y'all want. We gonna surprise. We gonna see what's to you. We gonna see what's to you, gang. On my mama's. Oakland and Richmond, nigga. Okay?
Man, I want to thank y'all for hacking in. We're going to continue this conversation because we are going to talk about the debate and what else is going on. Hopefully they do something new other than talk shit about each other. Hopefully we do a little research like Free says. Do the research. Don't do it from a position of emotion. Let's use some logic. Come on. Let's use some logic.
So who do you think before we cut out, who you got to win this? Did y'all talk about that?
No, that's a good question. I want to ask that. Who do I think gonna win? Put in the chat who you guys think gonna win. Let Copa go first. I'll go after Freeze, and then you can go, PB.
I think Kamala is gonna win.
Okay.
I think Kamala gonna win too.
I think Trump is gonna win.
I think Trump is gonna win too. And you want to know why? Y'all can go after me, whoever. I say this why. Because Trump has sat in that seat plenty of times, gang. He didn't hit donuts on Figueroa down there in LA. He didn't hit donuts on International up here in the Bay. Man, hey, listen, gang. Trump is gonna do his thing. He gonna troll her. He gonna troll her. She gonna be up there with her political written bullshit, and he gonna be up there freestyling. You know what I'm saying? That nigga is gonna be up there like pulling a Snoop Dogg, rapping about what's going on in the room. He's gonna be like, you see that person over there? They see that you're full of shit. They know it. I know it. America knows it. You hear me?
And Trump's so cold, he gonna repeat it twice. That person right there, yeah. They see through your bullshit. All the bullshit that you've been spewing.
That person
bullshit,
right there,
yes.
That person right there is probably suffering from high prices at the grocery store. You know what?
Right.
You know what, ma'am? Come talk to me later, and Trump's going to take care of you tonight. Yes. Everyone clap for that young lady over there I'm Trump, and I'm going to take care of her tonight.
Have you ate today? Prices are so expensive you can't eat every day. Have you ate?
You're not going to have to worry about groceries anymore. Not for the rest of your life under the Trump administration. No, we won't have it. There won't be a hungry baby in America. We're going to bring the auto department back. We're going to cut China off. China, we don't owe you nothing. Come get it back in blood.
Well, I didn't know we were supposed to explain ourselves. You just said, who do you think will win? And I'm gonna use the analogy that PBR did, because he was like, I'd rather just go back to my ex. Well, it's a new day and age, and people ain't trying to go back to their ex. They want something new. So that's why I think that Kamala is going to win, because we're not trying to go back. We already know what that's about. People want something new. They want something different. And that's the only reason why I think Kamala is going to win.
Hey, Freeze and Black,
y'all
y'all heard
better
that
check Kamala's body count.
Hey, Freeze, Black, y'all heard that new single Korean drop called Sneak Dissing?
You stupid. I think
y'all better check Kamala's body count, because if you talk about you want something new, the grass is not greener on the other side, especially when we already watching it not getting green.
Yeah, but gonna win just simply on the fact that she gonna get more women votes, bro. And it's more women, she gonna captivate the women, and it's gonna be a lot of women who gonna vote for her. And I think
But
she's getting all the kids, all the younger kids, 18, 22, they all voting for her.
I got something to say about that. Like, she may have a body count, but this is a new position for her. See, she ain't been in this position before with all the other previous body counts. It's a new position.
I don't want.
And we know what position she was in to get this position.
Hey, listen.
Doggy
I don't
style.
care about a woman's body count. I'll marry a
so she don't have no body count. Her body count 0 again.
No. Listen, you ain't listening. I said, in real life, I don't care if a girl was a prostitute yesterday and we got married today. Don't try to tell me her semen is still in your semen is still in her cheeks or in her mouth or whatever. I don't care. That was yesterday. You feel me? You won't touch her. Listen, you won't touch her from this day forth, and I guarantee that. I ain't gonna promise you shit because those can be broken, but I guarantee you, nigga, you're not gonna touch my woman ever again, nigga. So whatever images you have, daydream for the rest of your life, okay? But Kamala Harris, that type of woman in office, if she got bodies like that, bro, and you told me, bro, about these parties, you and Freeze talking about Montel Williams, you know, all this shenanigans. They was throwing Diddy parties before Diddy was even in. You know what I'm saying? Diddy probably got it from them. You know what I'm saying? And that's just on the game.
But this a new theme. This theme ain't never been played before. This is a new party.
Where her children at?
Man, we've been watching women take control of America the last 10 to 15 years. And we see what it is.
Got no kids.
Black, Freeze, have her children popped out, or does she have any?
She ain't got no kids.
Oh yeah, you can't be president. Nah, we don't want no woman that don't have no. She don't got no love for nobody. A woman with no children don't love nobody. Trust me. Oh yeah, Trump, take that, man. Ooh. I hope Trump says that. Hey, listen, Corinne's a woman right now. She'll tell you, a woman with no children don't love nobody, nigga. But thyself. Ooh. But thyself, nigga. I don't trust. Nigga, why you think I date girls with children? Because, nigga, there's a nigga so much amount of love in that woman's heart. Nigga, I don't like no woman without no children, nigga. Fuck nah, nigga. Them bitches is cold and heartless. You ain't watching, man, okay? Boy.
So she grew up Hindu and Christian and married a Jew.
But I don't care what she did. She ain't got no children. I don't want nobody in office without no children. You don't care about mines because you ain't got none.
Oh no!
I'm glad we had this conversation tonight, man. Kamala Harris can suck big balls, man. You ain't got no children. Oh man!
And she got ran through by everybody.
Oh man! That's why she
didn't even have an accidental birth.
Listen, that's why she locked up everything moving. Because she don't got no kids.
Her husband got 2 kids that she adopted.
That don't count. That don't count.
She don't got no kids, bro.
I'm talking about the pain that a woman bears when pushing that baby out or getting a C-section. There's pain involved. So there's love. Okay? Without that, my nigga, you a woman at that age running for the free world? Fuck nah. Man, please, she backdooring everybody. She about to backdoor the whole world. Y'all worried about Trump talking about being a dictator. Man, y'all better worry about that lawyer, nigga. She might get a taste of that power and figure out some fucking legitimate way to keep it, nigga, forever.
Right.
Fuck y'all talking about, boy. We'll be calling them Mama Harris.
The whole United States is gonna be like Atlanta. The whole United States gonna be like Atlanta.
That's why she don't care about the that's why she don't care about replacing the ABCs with the LBGTs. Cause she don't got no kids, no grandchildren. Man, this bitch ain't got an ounce of love for nobody. Man, y'all tweaking, dude. Y'all should have been told me that, bro. I didn't post it about this woman. Like, oh yeah, she leased you from the Bay. Oh man, stop hating on Kamala Harris because she didn't lock niggas, goofy niggas up. Nigga, that's her job. Nigga, please fuck that woman, nigga. I'm good. She do not get my vote, and I would never think about it. Nigga, you don't even bear no seeds.
There's also a positive thing about that because because she has no legacy, it ends with her. So her agenda is going to end with her because there's no son, there's no daughter, there's no grandkids. You know what I mean? Like,
but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the love, LOVE.
Yeah, but I'm talking about
children
down the line.
Once she goes on, then we ain't gotta worry about her no more.
Right, exactly.
I don't care. I don't want her there. Period. I don't listen. Right. I want her out. She shouldn't be in nothing other than. I'm gonna be real. She shouldn't be a lawyer because you're dealing with people's lives and you don't have love. Nothing. She don't have. I gotta understand that this is a woman that don't love nothing, bro, but herself. She don't listen. Women have children with a man, right? They might be the most self-loving woman. All like mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most beautiful of them all? Myself. They might be like that, right? But then they can meet a man, get married, still be like that. But once she had that child, nigga, all that shit is out, nigga. She don't care about none of that shit. If she a real mother, she don't care about none of that MAC makeup, none of them dresses, none of them thongs, none of them heels. Everything is poured into that child. And then after that, if that man is a good husband and a good father, then a love goes from that child to the man. You feel me? So then she can express that into her environment, her community. Without that, my nigga, the children are like bumblebees, nigga. Without the children, nigga, this world is evil, nigga. What you think saved this world? Nigga, the babies, nigga, not your dumb ass. On gang, blood, I swear to God. So my mama.
Yeah, I'm with Clarissa on this one. I've been saying this as well. Like, if they wasn't gonna let Hillary Clinton win as a white woman as a president, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna do that and let a black woman be.
Hey man, listen, them Geechee niggas up in Chicago the other day, bro. Them motherfuckers wasn't doing nothing but the hallelujah dance, my nigga. Them niggas was just letting them get their little Soul Train awards on, bro. That was it. That's all that was, bro. You know, they gotta build up the morale in niggas. You know what I'm saying? Then Trump will come through and save everybody like he always do. Papa Trump, nigga, that's his new name. Papa Trump. And ain't nobody finna get me to say, oh, nigga, you a sellout or whatever. No, nigga. You pull up one footage or one thing that he has done to black people, and I'll take the Papa off his name.
It was premeditated though when Biden was elected and they put Kamala Harris in place to be president. This was all premeditated. This has nothing to do with selfishness, with being heartless. This has nothing to do with none of that. Just like what Black was saying, you would want your president to be competent, and I agree with him, but the role is not set up for competency.
Yeah. To be a president, you have to have moral values, and you have to be a God-fearing person. Because listen,
that's not one of the requirements by law. So
what a requirement?
We need to look it up. Let's look up what the requirements are.
I'm not talking about what you're talking about. I'm talking about what I'm talking about.
I know, but I'm just saying we can
moral compass to be.
And I believe that. I'm with you. I believe that you should have morals and you should be competent to rule a country, US, whatever, but it's not one of the requirements to be the president of the United States. That's all I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you guys all, but that's not one of the requirements.
Well, hey, when Roosevelt, what's his name? Hey, Black, what's the nigga name that was in a wheelchair? The president? Was his name Roosevelt? Franklin D. Roosevelt?
Yeah.
Theodore.
In the day of Franklin D. fucking Roosevelt, there was a moral compass installed. Okay? And he was the one, did y'all know he was the motherfucker that made it easier for people in the wheelchair? You feel me? That's what they do. I was telling y'all earlier, man, whatever their life is involved, that's what they gonna project into the economy and into the society. He was a wheelchair nigga. So what did he do? He made up the wheelchair signs. He made up the rule that wheelchair people should be first right there. There should be ramps in all public services. You dig? You follow me? If he never had been president, this would still be a walking zone. So Kamala Harris is finna try to lock everybody up, nigga. And she's not, if she get in office, she's never getting out. You worried about Trump. Trump ain't nothing, bro. Trump, hey man, they made that man look bad, man. That's why he called it fake news. He really telling the truth, probably. That's fake news. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers are spreading rumors, man. They got like 30 different nations of channels against him, bro. Networks. He got 400 networks against him, and all he got is Fox News. You feel me? And since Fox News look like they all white and they a Klan channel, people just like, oh yeah, they don't fuck with niggas. No, they just keep it real. That's all. That's what I'd rather. Shit, I'd rather fuck with that white man in the South that called me a nigger to my face than that white man up north that says it behind my back. How about that? At least I know where he coming from. Okay? If y'all even want to play about it, like PB, you done lost your mind. I can't fuck with you no more, cuz you fuck with the Klan. Yeah, I sure do. You go fuck with them boys up north, nigga, so they can backdoor you. You feel me? All I gotta do is stay away from these white boys down south, and I'm good.
The craziest thing about all this is you fought with me the 4 years that Trump was president, the 3 years that
Papa Trump,
that that your boy was president, and now here we are. Because we're doing the research and we're looking at the history of what's been going on. But I'm glad that we was able to get that out. And it's going to be an ongoing conversation. And the requirement is to be a natural-born citizen.
Hey, hold on.
Natural-born U.S. citizen and 35 years old.
Hey, don't they? Hey, Trump and them sound like the Taliban. Let me get this one thing out, bro. This abortion thing, it's all making sense. Hey, man, God don't like that shit either, man. So that's how they bumming, gang. You see what they out? You see what they bumming? They like some biblical niggas, gang. Like, nigga, you can't have no abortions. I don't care if your uncle gave it to you, nigga. Had that motherfucker. Hey, man, on a serious note, bro. In World War II, man, there were so many women, Jewish women, that were sexually assaulted by German soldiers. I mean, in the thousands. And they had babies in the thousands by these German soldiers that fathered their children. And they had those children. And some of those children became some of the smartest, most productive members of society. So let that sink in too there.
What I don't understand about that whole concept real quick is how did they decipher? I mean, they were all white. How did you know who was Jewish and who was not? I don't understand. That's a concept that I never got because they all looked alike. They were all white people.
Yeah.
How did they know who was who?
Yeah, to tell you the truth, I can't explain that, but I can tell you this. It has something to do with their last names. That's how they can tell.
Shit, that nigga Hitler, he was telling by their eyes and their curly hair and different shit.
That nigga Hitler was doing.
Hitler was bleaching their eyes blue. He was like, if you didn't have blue eyes and blonde hair, you was not white.
That nigga popped out and said that nigga Hitler.
Who ate off? He was like, you niggas is not white. You niggas got brown hair with curly brown hair with brown eyes. And
hey man, for it to be a lot of like white supremacists, I ain't never met no white dude named Adolf. You ain't that brave, is you?
Oh no,
it didn't make sense. Even in the whole Pol Pot thing in Cambodia, the Vietnamese and the Cambodians, they all looked alike. Like, how did they decipher who was who? Like, I don't understand.
It's a name, and it's a bloodline. That's all. It's a name in the bloodline. That's all. You know,
Man,
they got different politics over there in the old world. But I know one thing though, it's like to be honest, bro. Freeze got me fucked up with that Adolf shit. Hey, but nah. On the real though, like that stuff be happening, and like that was the same thing in Kosovo, Corinne, and over there in the Baltics, Yugoslavia when it broke down and turned to Montenegro and Serbia and what's the other one? Croatia. When they started fighting each other, they was fighting because the some of them was Muslim and some of them was Christians. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like in India too. Like they all looked alike. Like how did you know who was Sikh or who was the Dalits and who like how could you tell? Like I don't understand. I never understood all that.
Because you hang the flag up, you bang it, you dress like that, you present yourself like that, you identify. Like Dr. Umar Johnson was saying that the other day about talking about like interracial people like Drake and different people. Excuse me. And he was saying how like Halle Berry and Mariah Carey and different people who have mixed race, they had to, like, back in the day, you had to identify with being black. Like now, Drake don't really identify with being nothing but being Jewish of his mother's descent.
Exactly. And speaking of that, Dr. Umar, he is the same one, y'all. All right. I've been telling y'all for years, and Black No too. I've been telling ever since that dispensary shit opened. That man said, stop smoking that weed. That shit fake. Go back to fucking with them niggas that's growing that real bomb, because that's synthetic weed. That's not real weed. I told y'all it was cloned. That's fake weed. That's why it's legalized. Legalized marijuana. You know why it's legalized? Because it's not marijuana, but it's legalized marijuana. You gotta catch them people, man. They be telling you the truth right in your face. You just got blindfolds on. But now, Umar said, do not smoke that weed. It causes sterilization. And what else, Black? I forgot, man. This nigga ain't listening. But yeah, sterilization and
Black frying some chicken.
No, I don't know what that nigga is. I don't trust Umar Johnson when it comes to that.
Oh my God, here this nigga go.
Dr. Wesley Muhammad. Dr. Wesley.
This man ain't even opened the school yet. Open that school up and then I'll start listening.
This nigga trolling.
That nigga ain't got enough money.
He ain't even opened that school yet. Open that school up.
Enough money yet. He's still finessing.
He said he's still finessing. You niggas.
That boy, hit the cash app. Hit the cash app. Hit the PayPal. The PayPal.
Oh yeah, if he's saying that, he's scamming. Any nigga say all of those money apps is a scammer.
Man, all them niggas is check. Nigga, the preacher said every Sunday.
Yeah, man. Y'all niggas ain't right though. I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, you niggas ain't right, man. Nigga he ain't even opened up the school yet, nigga. He said, nigga, get that school together.
Yeah, but I'm on his side, because like I want to open a school. And what if it take me?
Freeze, I remember you was trying to open a school. What happened, man? They blackballed you?
Nah, it costs a lot of money.
Oh yeah, I remember you told me. You was like, nigga, I need 500,000, nigga, to order this. That nigga Freeze told me he needed 500,000, man. I was like,
so I'm on that same shit, nigga. Like, yeah, nigga, I hit the cash app, nigga. I'm gonna start doing the same thing. And then when I decide to stop saying hit the cash app, then nigga, that's what I'm gonna say. Niggas, they don't stop buying Nikes because they got billions.
I'm finna get out
going to McDonald's because they got billions. They don't stop going to Burger King because and these people don't help nothing. They don't do nothing for you.
I'm just gonna go and get out there and get it the old school way. You feel me? With my strong arm, like drop it like it's hot, nigga.
I'm trying to tell them to hit the cash app, nigga. I'm trying to set up a non-profit.
I'm going barbaric, nigga.
Nigga, Dr. Umar gave us the blueprint to finesse. Nigga, just say you finna open a school and just nigga keep getting the money from the people.
Nigga said Umar gave us the game and said finesse.
Lord, well, that's what we gotta do. We gotta say we're gonna open a school. Okay, I'm changing my whole
Corinne, you didn't know. Let's get it going, girl.
Right, I'm changing my whole website right now.
Corinne, you do that, and we'll be at we're gonna be getting Catalina in no time.
You gotta be,
yes.
You gotta be.
We'll be in Catalina. Listen, we gonna live there. We ain't never gonna leave that bitch.
Yeah, you want to be a public servant so you can get the money.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Corinne, I know
We're
you want
opening
this,
up
bro.
a school then.
Get it bussing.
Yeah.
Corinne
You tell the people, I want to
get
help
that
your
bussing.
kids. I want to educate your kids. I want to educate the kids. I want to teach. And then you look up, man, they just going to give you a bunch of money. Like, fuck it.
Freeze,
is
y'all teaching ABCs or LBGTs?
Nah, we teaching hit the cash app, nigga.
And that nigga have a schooler, a school full of scammers, nigga. That nigga Freeze go.
All the kids gonna know how to say hit the cash app, man.
It's gonna be
That's called financial literacy.
Hey,
you know, it's on how you word things. You know what I mean?
Financial literacy. That's what
Freeze,
we
it's gonna be an ATM in every classroom, huh?
You feel me? When you come through the front door in that motherfucker, man. Tap to pay, nigga. Tap to pay, nigga. Fuck you talking about? These kids all got phones. Y'all can tap this motherfucker and pay.
Hey, Freeze, Freeze, let's make some ATM machines that only take deposits.
Hey, that's what they did with them Bitcoin machines.
Niggas he said that's what they Freeze a smart ass little nigga, bro. I swear. He said that's what they did with them Bitcoin machines.
Bro, they got Bitcoin ATMs, my nigga. You can go. You can go buy a Bitcoin
ATM. Hey, what does this fucking world come to, dude?
Nigga, you can go put your money in and get a receipt like you got a millionth of a Bitcoin, but you can't never cash out and take the money out.
Hey, listen, I know every last one of you that's on this platform right now. If you was able to go back, okay, and tell your younger 15-year-old self what the world was going to be like, or even 18, go back and tell your younger 18-year-old self what the world was going to be like today. Like, be honest, like, what would you tell yourself? Like, if you came back and said, hey, you went to, like, Freeze, you went back and told your old self, like, yeah, bro, they're going to be teaching gayism in school. They're going to be, it's going to be men fighting women in boxing. It's going to be, you feel me? You get what I'm saying?
I would go back, where just knowing myself, I got comfortable in what I learned, and I'm not as much as a hustler as I used to be. I would go back and be like, don't stop hustling. Don't stop hustling.
Oh, okay. She said she's just gonna focus on it. That's not the question though. But anyway,
man, I'll go back and
it is because I got comfortable in my knowledge.
The question was, if you went back and told yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd tell, hey, don't slack on your hustling, because I got comfortable in what I know and what I thought I knew and whatever.
I didn't say to go back to fix your. No, I just said to deliver a message about the future and what
that would be my message.
See, hey,
still the same answer.
You can use my time machine to better your position in life. Not gonna let you do that. You only can use this time machine to go back and tell yourself what's occurring in today's time and what would your old self reaction be. That's it.
No, because you added shit after I gave my answer.
No, I did not add nothing.
You did. After I gave my answer, then you started adding shit.
Just like a woman. Typical. Look at you.
No, but this is being recorded, right? We're going to run it back. You added to the question after I gave my answer.
No. I said, what would you go back and tell yourself that you, at the age you are now, and all that's going on around and on this globe, if you had the chance to go back and tell your 18-year-old self what is going on, what would your younger self say back to you?
Same. My answer's still the same.
I know you're trying to use my time machine to do something, but you're not. You listen, Marty McFly. You can't use the what was he trying to use? The almanac. You cannot use the sports almanac, McFly, to go back and try to get riches. No, not gonna let you do that. That's what you're trying to do. You're like, hey, I know who's going to win the Super Bowl for the next 30 years.
You're like, no, you can't do that.
Don't stop hustling, Corinne. Keep it up.
What would you say though, bro? And Freeze, I knew you at that time. So you can't lie to me.
I would like I feel what she's saying. I will go back and tell myself to keep hustling, but that's not the question. I will go back and tell myself, I'd be like, bruh, these niggas they letting men use the bathroom. It's transgender. It's all this weird shit going on. Nigga, it's finna be a black woman president. It used to be a black man president. And then my old self back in the day would be like, damn, my nigga, like, I wonder what that's like. Because back then, you got to think, we was studying Nation of Islam and all
that's what I'm telling you. So I know your response.
We'd be tripping off of that shit like, nah, bro, the world ain't like that. And it'd be crazy as fuck. It'd be a mind fuck, bro.
And then, hold on, don't forget to add that marijuana is sold out in stores.
Oh, yeah, weed is legal. You can just go to the store and buy a bag of weed, bro.
You'll be like, hell no. Like, hell no. You'll be like, where the fuck world this is? And you know what word I would think about? I'm going to tell y'all right now.
Sodom and Gomorrah, nigga.
Yeah, that too. But I was finna go on the more modern day thing, but more in the future. I was going to say with the Fifth Element. The Fifth Element or Total Recall. Total Recall. Remember Total Recall?
The Matrix, Fifth Element, all them movies is what we live in right now.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I have a question. Can you buy a pound of weed at a dispensary? I don't know. I'd never bought any weed from the dispensary.
You get about 8 ounces.
Oh, okay. Well then, I just didn't know. I was just curious.
You only buy your weed by the pound or something?
It was a question. I wasn't referring to me. I was just saying, can you buy a pound of weed at the dispensary?
Yeah, bro, that's what she was doing, bro.
I've never went.
She's a sweet disser.
Dang, she only buy hers by the pound. She like, shit, I was just asking for a friend.
And that friend, her friend name is Corinne.
I don't even smoke, so.
Self-snitching again. Self-snitching. I don't even smoke. She just wanted to distribute and get off.
Well, I'm about to go smoke, so hack in. We'll be back next Thursday.
And we ran this nigga toys up, bro. And that nigga trying to take his toys in the house now. We over here just chilling, shooting the shit.
No, I would.
Playtime is over. Playtime is over. Curfew. He called curfew on us.
Hey, that nigga say y'all gotta go home now. Give me my toys.
Curfew is over. Playtime is over.
Take his ball and go home with it.
No, let me see. Katie Love said, "Would tell myself that we're gonna have to be okay with men in our bathroom." Damn.
Oh wow, that's a deep one right there.
Just to validate someone else's feelings about themselves. Ooh.
Whoa.
She said, "Make sure you have Bitcoin machines too."
Freeze said that.
What I would tell myself is, don't listen to Eve.
No, I'm talking about your younger self. What would your younger self reply be to that? They have cars that drive themselves, that they teaching gay people. You got gay teachers in school, openly gay, teaching gay students about gay things in class in elementary school.
I know. I would tell
marijuana
myself, don't
legal.
Listen to Eve. Eve is
marijuana is legal.
Eve
and we had a black president. Like, what would your response be at 18 years old, Black? And be honest.
What
would your response be to yourself after hearing marijuana is legal, gayism is everywhere? Okay, like, look, I know at your 18-year-old self.
I don't care about all that. You could kind of tell some of that shit. You could tell that kind of that shit. I couldn't tell that the world was going to turn inside out and women was going to try to run it. Like I would have told myself that don't trust Eve. Eve is Oprah, Michelle Obama, Kamala Harris, any of the feminist movements. Don't listen to any of that.
See, now you trying to Marty McFly it, bro. You cannot use the sports almanac to come back, bro. No, that's not the question. The question is yourself today is telling your 18-year-old self that there's cars that drive themselves. Okay, there's phones with cameras. You can record yourself on phones now. You feel me? There's, you know, Rainbow Land all over America, and there's a black president, and marijuana is
but
legal.
knowing that, why wouldn't you make it to your advantage as if you had that knowledge going into the future? Like that would just be dumb not to use that knowledge to better your situation going into the future if you knew that. So that would be
Listen,
my response.
you're
Don't
not going
stop
to use
listening,
my time
Kareem.
machine for personal gain. I'm tired of you guys being financially driven by my time machine. You cannot use it.
I mean, what else? I mean, it only makes sense.
Every last one of y'all, except Freeze. Freeze said, well, I want to do that, but that's not what he asked. And then he told the truth. Yeah,
Right.
Neither one of y'all, black or Korean. That's just like some Bay Area niggas. Never follow the rules.
Going to get that money, man. The world is so money driven now. It's like
Man, they want to use
the motivation.
Bro, they trying to take my time machine to use for their own personal gain.
No, you said it right when you said they trying to go back with the almanac. Not just go back and say what they saw in the future, but go back with the almanac.
I mean,
that's all I told them to do. Go back and
my
tell your
18-year-old
young
self would appreciate me going back and giving me the game. I'm
No,
like,
I
okay, thanks for
understand
the
that,
knowledge.
Bia.
Let
No,
me
I
use that
understand
now
that.
to go and better myself. Thank
No,
you.
I understand that. I feel the same way. My 18-year-old self will feel the same way too, but that wasn't the question.
You see, hey, they just like some human beings, huh? You see,
right?
See,
Yeah,
Freeze,
like my
Freeze,
18-year-old
like that's how you know
self
Freeze is God body. He said, I want to do that too, but that's not what he said to do. He said, just go back and tell yourself what you witness in the future, and you just want to see the reaction of your younger self. Man, my reaction would be fucked up, bro. I'd be like, are you kidding me? Because me and Freeze was God bodies, man. We was young God bodies. Freeze, you know me and you would be like, man, hell no. Oh, man, then kill me right now. Kill me right now. Let me go out here and gangbang to the fullest. Let me enlist in an army or something, man. I don't want to make it. That's what I would have told myself. I don't want to live that long, bro. I'm cool. I'm fat. It's driving cars is fascinating. Driving self cars, that'll be fascinating. The recording the iPhones, that'll be fascinating. Marijuana legal, that'll be fascinating. You know, but all that other shit, like, oh, listen, this is the cake right here. Freeze. Go back and telling your younger self that all females rap like Too Short and 2 Live Crew now.
Bitch.
That's gonna fuck you up. You're gonna be like,
no,
what?
You know what'll fuck you up is if you go back and tell yourself that one of the most famous female rappers in the world gonna have lip gloss called booty hole brown and
booty juice.
Yeah, gonorrhea, discharge. These gonna be her flavors of her lip gloss.
Hey, bro, and then that's when you gonna take yourself home and play Russian roulette with a fully loaded revolver. A fully loaded revolver. You're gonna play Russian roulette.
Like you wouldn't even people probably wouldn't even care, my nigga. If you knew how fucked up the world was gonna be right now.
No. Listen. And you know what? Let's do this too, cuz. Today's time versus the, like the 90s or the 80s. Hey, the 80s have fucked this time up, bro. They will beat the living shit. If it was like a civil war between thyself, but then within time though, like within decade, say this generation fought 2 decades ago. You feel me? It'll be, hey, bro. Because you remember, bro. Like you could be gay, but you wasn't finna be boasting that shit all on the block like that, and you wasn't finna be playing no gay rappers around us. You feel me? That's gonna be out. You feel me? You finna get beat up now. We already let you fly your little rainbow rag out your back pocket, but now you want to try to play with niggas? They playing with the whole world, gang.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
Just imagine that. Freeze, me and you at 18 fighting the people that in this generational time. Nigga, we'll be on their ass, bro.
Bro, I tell
be on
my
their ass.
Nigga,
These niggas
like
is full of junkies. Look, we live in an era You know, I'm gonna say it like a white rich man. We live in the era where being a junkie and a hoe and a broke nigga and a snitch is cool.
Bro, think of the stuff we was doing at 13. These kids now couldn't even come close, bro.
That's what I said. We'll be slapping them up and down the middle school hallways, bro. That's exactly what I'm telling you. They not built for it, gang. And they trying to make niggas that's like us that. And what hurts me the most is niggas, people like us, gang, who come from that hard body era, gang, will even have the tenacity, my nigga, to even fall into this sensitivity bullshit. Like the internet, I don't let none of that shit play with my head. Because, nigga, I come from the 80s, nigga, where, nigga, it was no internet, nigga, and it was real shit. You had face-to-face combat, nigga. Not none of this motherfucking server-to-server type shit. Or Wi-Fi to Wi-Fi. You heard me?
Twitter
I come from a real era, nigga. So I don't
Right,
let
you
none of
ain't
that
gotta
shit.
use your payphone to go and page nobody no more. Like, you know, that would have been
Hey,
surprising.
listen, bro. Corinne is an opposition of everything a man says. You hear me? She said, at least we ain't gotta go to the payphone. Because first you gotta get a page. You know what I'm saying? Then you gotta pay on the pager, right? Then you have to go pay on the payphone. Yeah, it was bad. You know, it was financially disturbing. You know, but
That's why my answer's still the same. You can't give me no knowledge, no game from the future, and me not want to do something and just have a response, but not plan ahead. Like that's
No,
impossible.
that's anybody. That's anybody, but that wasn't the question though.
yeah, typically speaking, that's how she coming. You heard me?
Yeah, like
But
that's
anyway, like, yeah, like I come from the payphone era, cuz I'm gonna start saying that. I come from pay. That's how that's how old I am, nigga. I'm gonna post that on my Facebook tomorrow, nigga. A payphone. I'm gonna say, nigga, this how old I am.
You know, my mom was an operator at Pacific Bell. She was the voice of when you dial 0.
Oh, that's dope. Back in the days, huh?
Mm-hmm.
God rest her soul. Hey, but yeah, man, I want to see that, man. They should make a movie. Y'all, I know y'all like to steal niggas' ideas. Y'all got this little big mega board. Y'all like to steal people ideas and come up with content. Steal that one. Make the 2 times fight each other, nigga. See which one gonna win. You feel me? Because like, if you ask me, man, people ain't got no morals today, bro. Like, and the ones that do, they too afraid because they outnumbered. You know what I'm saying? Meaning like they scared to say shit that they really want to say on the internet because they think they're gonna get shamed and get called or body shamer. Bitch, if you fat and ugly, bitch. How about that?
I do know one thing. Like, well, I wasn't 18, but you know, I got my tubes tied when I was 28. I wouldn't have done that if I knew what I know
It's shine
now.
ball.
Yeah,
She
I
said it's
wouldn't have
shine
done
ball
that.
season.
I wouldn't have done that. I'm just thinking about, like, you know, that's probably one of the only things I regret. Like, I probably wouldn't have done that.
Uh-huh. I feel you on that one. I never cut my balls off.
It's different for a man, though. You know what I mean? That's not the same. That was like 10 years down the line. That was 10 years later, but I wouldn't, knowing what I know now, and I wouldn't have got my tubes tied. I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, I feel you. Hey, we didn't turn this shit. Hey, we didn't turn this nigga show into a clubhouse.
Man, bye, man. Good night, man.
All right, man. Hey, I love y'all, gang.
Love, gang.
One.